Previously on X-Men.
Is it the last time we're going to hear that? For how long? Is it only going to be a year, or is it going to be more than a year?
I hope it's only a year.
I hope it's only a year, too.
It's going to be a painful year. Well, we also got one movie coming out.
Yeah, one movie. Just one, though. Just one.
San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, that's true. We'll find out more at San Diego Comic-Con this year because there's no strike as of right now.
Yeah.
At least there's no strike.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get some more insight on that. But yeah, it's X-Men time, my dudes. We don't really have an intro for this, but we do have a ton of guests in the back here tonight, which I'm really excited about. We got a lot of cool people to come and talk with us tonight about X-Men, and I've got my emotional support sentinel right here, ready to go.
Mine's still in my bedroom.
Yeah. So
I did change up my backdrop.
You did change up your background. That's nice. Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at that. So, but yeah, let's. This is exciting. This is exciting because I'm going to do this. I'm going to go whoop. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to bring in West Coast Machu, so that when I bring in Cheney, and then Brandon, I can be between two Machus.
That's perfect.
That's it. That's the whole show. Thanks for everybody for showing up.
Yeah, I think we hit it. We hit it.
That's it.
We're not going to get any higher than right there.
We have hit the peak.
We peaked a minute and 54 seconds in. We peaked out.
That's about average for me. Anyway, it's already unhinged. It's 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. Of course, we're gonna get unhinged. But yeah, guys, that's it. We're done. Season 10, episode 10, final episode of season 1 of X-Men 97. So glad to have you guys here. Cheney, you've been a reoccurring guest on previously on X-Men, which is great. Last time you talked about having Brandon Posable Productions on because he was really active on the chat, which we loved.
Yeah.
Brandon, you mentioned backstage that you're tired of talking to your 4-year-old, and your 4-year-old actually texted us and was like, "Yo, please have Dad on.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of him talking to me.
He's got some stuff to unload."
Yeah, he's I can't be his therapist about this. I don't understand. And Bluey's on. I'd like to go watch Bluey. And then of course Machu, Customs by Machu. You and I were talking, and you were like, "Man, I wish I had a show that I could talk about all this X-Men stuff about." And I was like, "Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry." So here you are. Here we are. We are the X-Men Blue team, ready to go. The Toy Daddies can go do whatever.
Sweet, I'm Wolverine.
Doing. Done. Dibs. You got him.
Machu.
Machu.
Wolverine would have been my first pick, but yeah, Cheney takes that one.
I'm a Cyclops guy.
You're a Cyclops guy?
Me too. I'm a Cyclops guy. But you know what? I'll be Gambit for today.
Oh,
Right.
Well, unfortunately, Machu picks Gambit. So
He was gone 5 episodes ago.
yeah.
Slowly moving.
I like the chair. He doesn't even realize I put him back in right away. The chair is just moving there. Yeah. So
from
speaking from beyond.
Yeah.
We need Kevin to come in with his bald cap. I'm going to pick Morph, of course. I'm going to go with Morph, which it used to piss Cheney off, but now Cheney, you've come around on Morph. I thought. Never mind. Anyway.
Yeah, you were railing against him before 97.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's an OG Morph hater.
I am. From day one. First episode of X-Men, I was like, I hate that guy.
It's true.
I remember watching you open the Mondo Wolverine and I think he threw the heads in the garbage right away.
Yeah, I just tossed it behind me. I was like,
who needs
this? Isn't important. I'll never use this.
Never use this. Customs, who would you be your pick?
I mean, if I was gonna pick anybody, it'd be Wolverine. But since Cheney's calling Wolverine, I'll do Beast because I like Beast.
Beast. All right, there you go. There you go.
Pick Beast, so we have 2 Beasts now.
What? No, I picked Morph.
I thought you said Beast in the beginning.
No, I said I said we were watching. I was watching Marvels, and when Beast showed up, my wife didn't remember who the hell he was. So, and that's why
We
we're
could use a
finally
rogue or a
recording.
Psylocke in here, honestly.
Yeah. All right.
Not a sausage fest.
We're better to fight over who's going to be.
Well, we can fight over who's going to be. Well, Brandon, if you know any girls and you'd like to invite them on the show, please do. So, this, I don't know if you've noticed, but this geekdom tends to be a bit of a
pretty
sausage
heavily
fest.
slanted in the wrong
Here we
direction.
go.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Jay Shot with the woman hating. I swear.
I know.
Hey, my sister's in the chat. All right.
Oh man! Well, invite her on the show then. Maybe she could play one of the characters that Brandon's looking for. Speaking of chat, I'm going to use that as the best transition I can take.
Perfect.
Matt Forrest Grumps is in the house saying, "Let's talk about it."
Let's talk about
I don't know what it is, but let's talk about it. Let's see. Josh Brown saying, "I would like season 2 now, please." Yes, I'm ready. Let's do it. Yeah. Tenyo already saying, "I can't wait for season 2." Also, I'm going to jump back to Josh Brown. I'm going to give Josh Brown another shout out real quick for his store that he's got up and running. Head to his Instagram, click on the link, get yourself some Josh Brown heads. I got mine this week. I'm going to start painting them and use code Sentinels for 20% off. And Josh was talking with me earlier this week. That code is only going to be good till the end of the month. So get them while you're hot. Otherwise, you're going to pay them for full price. Not 25%. Only 20%.
That's my inner Ernie coming out right now. Like,
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. But did Ernie get a code? I don't think Ernie got a code, right?
No, he didn't get a code.
Okay.
But
Right.
he would automatically be like, "Oh, well, what about 30%? What about 35?"
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 20%. But you know what?
Okay.
20% is better than 15%. Better than 10%.
And most importantly, everybody in the chat, go share with your friends right now.
Yes.
Because I know
please.
they all watched X-Men. So tell
Yeah.
them, we're talking X-Men right now. Get them in here. Let's have a good time. Let's see how many viewers we can get in one single sitting, and hit that thumbs up and
I
subscribe.
think I just got Michael Wisman to join us too. He should be here pretty soon in the
Let's
comments.
do it.
nice.
Let's
The
do
legend,
Man.
ACBA
The
legend.
He does the most spot on animated series Wolverine impression
He
ever.
really does. Yep.
Yeah.
It's
I
incredible.
mean, send him a link. Let's hear it. I want let's do
Well,
that.
I don't know if he's home yet. He went to
All right.
convention today, but
Okay.
no one else
There he
talked to
is.
him because I've already talked to him about commissioning a Toy Amigos audio plug with the Wolverine
Ooh,
voice.
that's
So-
good. And just tell
that's a good
people it's
one.
Cal Dodd.
Yeah.
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 Because
Because it's believable. It legitimately is
It's
believable.
that good?
It's that good. It really is.
Wow.
I
We'll
got to
see
be
if I
honest.
can
When he
do
told
it.
me he had one, I was like, "It's not going to be that great. It's really good."
Oh.
Let me see
gotta
if I
hear it.
can dig that far back into
All right.
the DMs.
You dig
here
that.
where
I'm going to
he
keep
showed
going
it
with the
off.
chat. Bat Force Grumps
Yeah.
calling us out,
You
saying
do
by the
your
time this
thing.
show starts, season 2 will be out. Thanks, Bat Force. Appreciate that. Cody in the house saying, "What
Not
up,
out
folks?" Yeah, it's it's fine. It's fine. One day we'll be professional and we'll start on time. Let's or not, and deal with it. Go watch another show talking about X-Men on Saturday nights. Nobody else is doing that. TJ
No,
Williams says,
only
"What's
us.
up, everybody?" Just John in the house says, "Sup." Cal the Collector says, "What up, guys?" Diggs Figs is in the house saying, "Ahoy, ahoy, 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 Diggs." I think we're over. I think our feud's over, Diggs. So I'm just gonna say, hey, how you doing? Omega Weapon 13 said, "Jay Shot is confused as Cyclops between two monsters." Yes, always confused. That is just my standard. My standard go-to is just confused. Who am I and what is going on? Mr. Anti-Idiotic. That is a great name.
That is a
I hope
great
we
name.
see Phantom X in season 2. The only reason I know who Phantom X is because he came in a 3-pack with
It's kind of a
Nimrod.
deep cut.
Yeah, with Nimrod and I think some version
Psylocke.
of
It was a
Psylocke,
weird
right?
Psylocke,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it wasn't
X-Force
like the
Psylocke.
regular Psylocke. It was a version of Psylocke.
X-Force Psylocke.
This is
It
like
wasn't even
Inception.
exactly that though either. I think it felt like it was
Watch
its
it.
own version or something.
Well, it was
weird.
the later version of the Rick.
Remender.
Was it? Yeah, Rick Remender run. So she had her initial costume, and then later on in that run, she had the costume that's in the 3-pack.
It's like her least iconic one.
Yeah,
So why not make it? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The 3-packs are
two,
4.
two Machus for the price of one. D says Yoko is Jubilee. Send her a link. Yoko
nobody's
can join us.
arguing that. Nobody's
Nobody-
arguing
yep,
that.
I didn't doubt that at all. Cal the Collector says, "What is your guys' favorite X-Men villain?" All right, we'll get to that. I'm gonna start that.
I like that.
We'll
one.
get to that. Josh Brown, appreciate you, of course. Josh Brown. Does anyone know if the Marvel Legends VHS Cyclops are on the same body?
Yes.
Yes, it is the same body, just different paint, right?
Yep, and different head too.
There you go. There's Michael Wisman. Sup, boys?
Sup,
I believe they are Grumps. That was Customs. Oh, you're answering Grumps in the chat. I swapped Heikla. No, Diggs. I'm serious. We're good. We're done. We're not. I'm done. We're good. We're good. No chewing. What's up, y'all? And Josh Brown saying hi to Chewy. Okay, we're good. We're caught up. All right. You want to start with Cal the Collector talking about X-Men villain, or do you want to just jump right into the show? What do you guys want to do?
Let's start with the X-Men villain. I think that's a good segue.
It's a good segue. Boom. Who wants to go first? Customs, you go first.
He's muted.
Customs is muted. Why is Customs muted? Uh-oh.
Muted by Machu.
Am I muted now?
Now you're not
you're
muted.
good
You're
There
unmuted.
you go. Mine is easy. It's Magneto. I love Magneto's probably one of my favorite villain characters. So, but
Ditto. Yeah. Good. This is easy. This is really easy. I love this. Magneto.
Nice
Magneto was right.
But is he really a villain?
Yeah, that's the
question.
That's the question. I guess
you
it
look at
depends
his
on what
history,
side you
it's,
stand.
it's probably close to 50-50 at this point.
I would
Maybe even
agree.
more hero than villain at this point. But
I guess you could probably say the
Mhm,
same about
mhm.
Cyclops to a certain degree too, right? Because in those later runs, he kind of got into some, he kind of got into that mindset. I love like heel turn Cyclops. That's my
it's great.
favorite. Yeah,
it was earned
Like,
too. Like
I'm really
they took their time with it, and
yeah, I agree.
So Grumps and I were actually having this conversation about Magneto, and whether or not he, whether or not he was right? Because when he sends the EMP out on the show, this is a good segue into the show. All the people that he killed, humans that he just kills,
All
right? Like
And mutants if they're on a
I
plane.
found it.
and mutants. You
I
got all
found
right.
it.
Hang on. All right, here. Go ahead, Channing. We'll be quiet.
You see a woman you don't know? Rescue her. The nose knows, bub. I go where I wanna go. I go where I wanna go. I can make a couple of ladies real sad right now.
I'll play it
Wow.
That's
One
pretty
more
good.
time. One more time.
Tell Cyclops I made him a convertible. Just from another galaxy. You see a woman you don't know? Rescue her. The nose knows, bub. I go where I wanna go. I go where I wanna go. I can make a couple of ladies real sad right now.
Damn,
this man
that's
is
good.
from the
really
deserts
good.
of California, and he's got even the Canadian little accents on the end of shit.
Yes.
Holy. You're saying he's from the deserts of California. I want to know how he's got a TV to watch X-Men.
He's literally 20 minutes away from me.
Wow. Okay. That's impressive.
Yeah,
But
it's good. It's very good.
Well, Magneto sends out the EMP, humans, mutants in hospitals, planes, all that, dead. Like probably kills millions, right?
Yeah,
What you say is he's still a villain? Like, yeah, I'm leaning probably towards villain, but
No.
he's still doing it. Like, but at the same time, after Genosha, nobody blames him, right? Like,
Yeah.
look, I tried, man. I tried to do it your way, right? And I always loved I tried to walk your path, Charles.
Yeah, please don't make
Yeah.
me let you down was one of the
Yeah.
best lines of the whole season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Truly, because especially when you see where it went, good God, did they let him down?
Yep.
Yeah.
But even that
Magneto's
line
whole-
with where he said, "I tried to walk your path, Charles." Jay Shout, you want to finish that?
Oh yeah, just are you willing to walk mine? Yeah, right. Like
Great,
whew.
so good.
So,
Magneto's whole arc in this whole show was really awesome. Was really great, and
Mhm.
I thought it was really well done.
Even if there was some whiplash, just the overall arc of it, it all made sense. It all felt like it worked.
Mhm.
and he
I
showed
agree.
the restraint, right? He showed the restraint in the UN in the beginning. Sorry, Chain, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I just was saying I agree.
All right, who wants to go?
Omega
Yeah.
Weapon 13 says, "But Magneto isn't a villain. He's just confused like Jay Shot."
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you just get confused. You say the
That's-
wrong thing, and then it
that
becomes your
tracks.
whole spiel.
Yep.
So
Like how much he hates women.
I don't. You know, Cheney, my search history would tell you that I don't hate strong women. Toying around is in the house.
I thought we were gonna wait.
Hello there.
I don't know if you heard the reference to his Xavier bald cap, but it was there. Go back
Jay
and
Shot was
hear
not talking shit, Yoko. My God. Fucking real.
I'm gonna have to give you a raise, aren't I?
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a raise. I'm gonna need a raise. Rick Jones says Dark Phoenix is his favorite villain. Anybody else? Anybody else got their favorite villain they want to weigh in on? Besides Jay Shot, apparently.
I'm going to talk a lot about mine later. Onslaught. Love Onslaught
right.
so much.
All right.
I mean, honestly, I would say Magneto, but that's a people already picked that one, and it's kind of debatable if he's a true villain over the years. But
Sweet.
I love Onslaught.
I love that you're going to talk about Onslaught.
Yeah,
because I know
I'll have a
nothing
lot to
about
say.
Onslaught. I know nothing about him, so I'm excited to see
Yeah.
what that's going to be.
Me being a kid of the 90s, it's pure just Omega Red hits all of those 90s notes. Like he's just like pure villain from the 90s, like all the way around. I really like him. And in a close second is Lady Deathstrike.
Oh, that's a good one.
Deathstrike.
That's a good one.
I had to go with Wolverine villains. Sorry, guys.
I'm surprised nobody said Apocalypse.
Not Cyber.
Yeah, not Cyber.
Cyber.
Shocking.
Ghost Tom says Mojo. I love his
I would put
villain.
Mojo as my second, probably.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's your first?
Wow.
You're gonna go with Apocalypse.
Apocalypse?
That's a good one, too.
Sabanu. Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
Yoko says Grumps is her favorite villain.
No, I think she's saying Grumps. Stop it. Grumps says Team Yoko, so even Grumps is turning his back on me. A2
surprised-
Brute.
I'm surprised she didn't use the
Grumpy.
butt slapping hands this time.
That's right. That was the best. That was amazing. They will forever be that thanks to Ernie now.
Yeah.
That is for, yeah.
Yes, thanks, Ernie.
What did he call him? Butt thumping though? They was like it wasn't
No,
slapping.
he said
I thought it was
no.
thumping.
He said butt slapping.
Butt slapping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Butt slapping.
All right. Omega Weapon 13 says Strife is my dude. I don't know if I don't know, man. Like the whole clone thing. Like I can only get into clones so much. Like clones being bad guys, but so.
Yeah, because you really
This
hated
group doesn't
Madeline this
deserve-
season.
I did hate Madeline. Yep. I didn't hate Madeline. I just hated the way that she said her name. This room doesn't deserve butt slapping. You know what? That hurts, Yoko. I squat a lot. That hurt. Sergey Shot. I'm loyal to my homie Yoko. I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect the loyalty.
Yeah,
I respect the loyalty. No need to apologize. The Grumps. No need to
post your
apologize.
flag in the sand and hold your
that's totally
ground.
fine.
Yeah,
That's totally fine.
there's
I hope
nothing
she checks
wrong
in
with
on you as much as I do. That's cool. Yeah.
So the Madeline name thing could have been so easily solved by just saying that's the name we would have used for Nathan if he was a girl. Done. And then she chooses that name for herself.
Yep.
Yeah, it
No
was
one
very.
She just pulled it out of nowhere. She
Yeah.
even said Madeline prior too, right? It wasn't even just
Yeah.
Madeline.
Yeah.
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 Weird. It's just where
Her
did
best
that come
friend.
from?
Her
Thank you.
best friend was
Yes.
Maddie.
Could have said that too. They
Right.
needed to just say
Yeah,
that.
they didn't give any context. It was just like I'm Madeline Pryor now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Call
They just-
Madeline Pryor. Yeah.
was
that's
Very
okay.
quick-
similar.
It was a quick line. They were
Yep.
they were just talking about how their friend Maddie.
Very similar
And
with
that's it.
the Goblin Queen too. It's like I'm the Goblin Queen.
Yeah. Yep.
But why?
They're mind goblins.
Yeah,
My-
it's like you don't have any
Oh, no.
demons by you. Like
yeah. Where did that come from?
yeah.
Oh. Yoko's gonna go find a woman friendly X-Men stream. All right.
Good luck, unfortunately.
Good luck with that.
I wish there were more, but good God.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Morlocks is hilarious in X-Men universe how ugly mutants are sent underground. Oh god, that's good.
Except for
Poor
the
Morlock.
furry guy. He tries
The
to
poor
bully
furry
everyone.
guy. Every week we bring this poor bastard up. Every week. Every week we
Yes, he
bring this poor
deserves
bastard
it.
up.
He freaking- He was just like, I'm just trying
just
to live
need
my
to get
life. I
close
don't
to you."
have any powers. Like the Friends of Humanity, they're always there just kicking the crap out of him, man.
His powers are he shaves in the morning and he looks like this at 4 o'clock. That's his
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah, he was like,
I think it's a little sooner than 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I swear I don't have any powers.
Yeah,
Please
no
just stop
powers.
beating me up.
You
Please.
just have the lamest power you've ever seen.
I grow hair. That's it. Like,
There are some people who wish they can grow hair, though.
That's true. Xavier might be one of them.
yeah.
He doesn't even look like he could grow facial hair. That guy, huh?
He's got
I don't know,
eyebrows.
you see those
They-
brows?
He's got
Yeah.
eyebrows.
They start to go up again.
Yeah. Damn it, Magnus! Stop it! Yeah. Every week, I feel like his voice goes higher and higher. Like I feel like Xavier is getting closer to being called the Goblin Queen than Madeline Pryor was. Right? Magnus, my X-Men, give them back.
Even in the old show, there was like anytime he was like mind blasted by someone or someone he cared about and was connected to got hurt, he just had these horrible screams. Like most of them did, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny they made like a solo like cut of Jean Grey doing it, but it's like no. Xavier's got just as many.
And
Just
Rogue.
throw him in there too, like
Yeah.
where she's just all he's on.
He really does. Oh man. Oh god.
Too
All
good.
right. All right. So this episode, I think this episode actually opened up with Magneto saying previously on X-Men, if I remember
Yes.
correctly.
Yes,
right?
I think so.
Yeah. So we get Magneto saying previously on X-Men. We go through the whole recap of the previous episode where basically everybody gets their ass whooped. Logan gets the metal ripped out of him, but he is in the opening sequence, I believe, right?
Kind of.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of address it. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's kind of going through some things. We're not really going to worry about that.
Yeah.
We're moving the story along.
Yeah, he's in the opening sequence. I always like to just see how they address the opening sequence depending on what's up there. Nightcrawler's there, Professor X. I know that we can't show anything.
Oh, did you get in trouble for that?
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah.
some troubles. We
I
got
did take some
troubles.
screenshots, though.
Oh good, yeah, screenshot away, my friend, because I'm trying to like play it and recall stuff at the same time.
I'm
we
going to
did
send
get-
one to you too, Matthew, if that's okay.
Oh cool.
Yeah.
We did get a new scene this week was the shot of Magneto and Charles using their powers on some soldiers, right, in the campgrounds.
Yes.
When back when Charles's legs worked.
Yeah. And that was straight from the earlier seasons.
Yes, from the earlier seasons from last year. Yep, or last
Just-
year.
they just
Right.
did it.
Very strange,
yeah.
but 97 Nightcrawler just fell off the shelf right now.
Ooh, he was trying to get in there.
Teleported.
Yeah.
He was trying to get in there.
It's like,
And
let
then
me
we
get in
also-
on this stream.
Just let me get on the stream. And then we also got Dark Phoenix. We got that weird shot of Magneto getting shut out of of Charles getting shut out of the Hellfire Club, where he makes
Yeah.
the best little like "Wah" face, right? Yeah, like like and then what else? It's not even like a scream. It's just like an like here. We could show screens, right? We can't. I
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
get in trouble for showing my
Yeah,
screen.
I'll take mine off.
Yeah, just real quick. It's just like
You guys played too much last week?
No, we did last week. We did the screenshots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, you were playing a lot towards the end.
I think it was scanning through, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was scanning through. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure.
All right.
All right. We'll all quietly wait for Jay Shot to find it.
Yeah, come on, Jason. What do you?
That one spot.
Do, 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 do.
I think he's frozen.
He does kind of look like he's frozen.
Yeah,
Or he's
yeah. He's
really enjoying that screenshot.
just make it big screen, Machu,
Hold on, I got
and
it.
big in him. Oh,
As he sent me he sent me a text. And my computer decided to reboot, is what he just said.
Ah, boo.
Windows.
Yeah.
Damn you.
That's the universe telling him he can't go by the stream.
Windows update.
Oh man.
Yoko's comment. You got sidetracked by that search history.
And that's why his computer just
He's like,
randomly
you know
restarted.
what? Maybe I don't want to do this right now.
I'm busy.
That's why you shouldn't use your computer for that.
He's like, there's nobody around.
You got to have a dedicated computer for that. Is really what it is.
Yeah.
When you're
Has
not
to be
streaming
set up
from.
solely for that. Yeah.
And we got Henrock in the
And what we
chat.
mean by that is looking up stocks and bonds.
Exactly.
This is a female-friendly
Important
podcast.
stuff.
Yeah. Only stocks and bonds, nothing else. You have to have a computer solely for that. So
Checking your
What
bank
else
account.
would you use a computer for? I mean, honestly.
I don't know, honestly. Yeah. Crypto, stocks, bonds. What
I know
what
all
more?
about crypto.
Yeah. What more else do you look at on your computer?
What was he even trying to look for again in that?
He was looking for that screenshot from the opening with Charles.
Where Xavier
He's
was
just like, ah!
yeah. Yes, that
I can't even take
exactly.
screenshots. I don't know how he was even doing that.
Yeah,
It
it's
just comes up
magical.
black.
It's
Yeah,
J-Shot magic. Yeah,
There he
who
is.
knows?
He's back.
The combined powers of Yoko and the X-Men shutting me down. That's exactly
No longer between Machus either.
No.
so. All right, hang on. I got to reconnect my headphones though.
What? I didn't hear you.
Oh,
You're such a jerk.
all right.
You want to just go right into it?
Yeah, go right into it. Forget my thing is not worth it anymore. I'll tell you that right now. It's fine.
Well, stocks and bonds, they won. That's all I got to say.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what these two are talking about.
Yeah, you can only drink beer when you're talking about selling stocks and bonds.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, Magnus.
You leave my science history out of this.
Yeah. Sell right now. It's the only way. I'm not sure about that, Charles.
So the show opens up with them in the bar that they're always talking about where they first met, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this is before they even know that each other are mutants.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Why do you think that is? Like, Charles is like more willing to like. Do you think he read his mind already that he knows that Eric is a mutant?
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
And I think he goes back to this point because he knows he can make more leeway with Magneto's mind from this point because he's more open and acceptable to Charles's thoughts that he's trying to take over his mind. So he's like, oh, I'll go back to when we first met when he's like, hey, okay, cool. We're all good. And then I'll take over your mind and force you to do the things that I want you to do.
I gave you the opportunity to make that decision yourself, but
But now I need to force you to do it.
Yeah.
Even though I swear I never do that for
Yeah.
any reason, But yeah, I'm gonna make you do it now.
It is interesting. So, Matt, are you asking why do you think that he's more forthcoming with it, or do you think it's more that I assume it's more that he's forthcoming with it because his doesn't show, right? There's no physical ramification of his power at all.
Right. Well, for
Right,
both
like-
of them.
I guess it's pretty easy to tell just Magneto. And then he could go tell other people, but who's going to believe him sort of thing.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Well, we don't. I mean, technically, though, when Magneto does his power, there is some show, right? I mean, like
Yeah, you can see when it happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I imagine the blue on, Xavier's head doesn't actually show, but like the yellow, I imagine actually shows up.
I always
Well, you can see
interpreted that
things
as
moving too, though.
Yeah.
Like with Xavier, it's like
Mm.
you talk to him for 15 minutes and you're all, I never ever liked mayonnaise, but I love mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I need to go get a sandwich with like lots of mayonnaise on it. I just thought I feel that need to do that. I wonder why. That's so weird. I never liked it before, but now I need to do that.
Are we still talking about mayonnaise?
In Charles's talk.
Yeah.
but Magneto even denies that mutants exist in this scene.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like you got to figure his experience with being different, right? With being Jewish he gets rounded up and gets thrown into a camp. So he doesn't want to be different. he doesn't want to. He doesn't want anything to be different there. Right?
At that time period.
Who's
At that time
tapping?
period, yes.
Who's tapping?
Oh yeah, sorry, that was my sorry, my bad.
Did you want to jump in? Were you like,
No,
wait,
no, I
you were
didn't.
like,
No, I didn't.
I gotta get in there. I gotta get in there. I gotta get in there.
Come on.
Where's my window?
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
You were saying,
Yeah, I mean, he's like, his whole thing, right, is like, how long can I fly under the radar? You know? So I would imagine that's what he's nervous about it, right? And I think they even talked about it, right? The next shot where he's like, there are no mutants, right? And his glass shakes a little bit just as the tanks roll by.
yeah.
You know? So
I wish I got that shot. But like, I was trying to keep it streamlined because then they also show like the waters outside the window,
yeah.
and then the people he cares about on the boat. Right.
Yeah.
That's what I interpreted this as.
Like
Yep.
that his kids take a back seat to his to Rogue.
Heroic.
They're far in the background. I can't even picture their
Well,
faces
he-
right now.
Yeah, you
But her.
can't- yeah.
he even says he couldn't even see his parents' faces.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
that's the first thing that goes, right? Is like
But Rogue,
visual. But
I
Rogue,
remembered exactly what she looked like.
yeah.
She's facing the other way.
Yeah.
to be don't they even talk about how he doesn't remember his parents' faces because he was 4 when he got pulled into the camp, so he wouldn't have remembered his parents' faces.
Yeah.
I think they actually addressed
And he was also looking down or something like he like
yeah, they addressed that later on, I think.
boots.
Why yeah. But I mean, come on, like of all these people here, like Rogue. Like Rogue stands out. Yeah.
But I do like that they acknowledge, you know.
Yeah, they at least acknowledge Polaris and Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
So,
The thing about this though that really bugged me is it's like, all right, so we're gonna walk him back to a, like we're not gonna take all of his consciousness away. We're gonna walk him back and like help him understand and blah blah blah. And it's like, well, then that defeats the whole point of ripping Wolverine's adamantium out. Like when that happened in the comic books, like Xavier's like, yeah, that's way too far. I'm wiping you, plain and simple. Like you've gone too far.
Yeah.
And with this, it's like, well, yeah, that happened, but we kind of forgot about it already. So Magneto is still kind of good, and they're still friends. And it's like, really though? Like, then why like there was no like it made like all of that sacrifice with like Wolverine pointless to me. Like it was just like, okay, you're doing all this now, and then he's like, all right, yeah, let's go, and it's like, well, what? Like, did we just forget about Wolverine? He's like fighting for his life over there. Like,
Yeah, I feel like I don't like that they did the redemption arc in this episode. Even.
Immediately.
Like the last thing we saw immediately,
No.
yeah. And
Okay.
that's one of the things that you can knock the show for is that they just kind of condensed like everything. Everything's at like a breakneck speed.
yeah.
I feel like that would have been a better thing to, okay, I tried, so I'm going to do it myself. And then, maybe he's salvageable sometime in the future. But for right now, we have other things to worry about.
yeah.
And I guess you can say that all this has happened in a shorter period of time because it's all mental or something. Like that's possible. Maybe time is happening more quickly in there. But still, it was weird that whole arc, like literally the last thing we saw last episode was him, like, for all he knows, killing Wolverine.
Mhm.
And then we see him do the full return to the good side in this episode. That was unfortunate to me.
Well, even just Xavier reasoning with him too. Like it's like, oh, let me reason with you and like let me like walk you to doing the thing that I want you to do instead of just like, no, you're gonna do the thing I want you to do, then I'm shutting you down. Period. Like it just doesn't mesh well. Like it's just like
So you think they should have taken this part out? Like him trying to reason with him?
I think what should have happened, honestly, was like he should have made Magneto do what he wanted, and then Magneto was just a vegetable state, like drooling on the ground. Like that would have like played out a lot better for me. Like
So just
okay,
like right into this.
yeah, just like
him forcing-
He's ready to yeah.
I
Ooh,
pretty
God,
much
look at
agree with that.
yeah,
With the way
Wow.
I thought things were going to go, that's how I would have done it too.
yeah,
Yeah.
like just you're gonna force him into it, and like they really should have showed how the helmet got off of Xavier too, because like
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah, they
explanation.
didn't show that.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it would have been really awesome and like really good if Rogue flew up there and took the helmet off of Xavier, because it's like, hey, you're going too far. Like we're all friends here, we're all family. Like, whoa, like that's too far. Like, what are you doing? And then we get into this, and then he just shuts him down and makes him, turns him into a vegetable state. That's like where, like, going into this, I was like, whoa, no. Like, this is like Xavier's kind of like, oh yeah, no, that happened to Wolverine, whatever. And then that happens more in the episode too. Like, it's just like, yeah, all right, well, we'll worry about that later, I guess.
That's one of my biggest complaints about the show is, like, I like most of what they do, but I feel like they try to cram way too much in.
Yeah.
And it's like you just said, right? It's like we finished the last episode, and then we, with them, pulling the adamantium out of Wolverine, and then we basically just make it irrelevant at the beginning of this one, right? And it's just like, even the whole Goblin Queen arc, I found the same way. It's like, and here's Goblin Queen. All right, she's gone now. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the comic books, they really like when that happened, it was like, shut Magneto down, he's done, and then everybody stopped what they were doing, and they're like, okay, like, we need to assess what's going on here, because his healing factor's in overload. Like, Jean was like right there, like right by his side, like, I don't care what's going on right now, he needs help, we need to figure this out.
Yeah.
I think with the scene of, like, taking his helmet off, they should have also added, like, them checking Wolverine to make sure that he's still alive. Because you kind of, like, the viewers don't know if he's still alive or not.
Right.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with the comics, you kind of don't have any idea.
You're lost. Yeah.
You think you would think he's dead, right?
Yeah.
But if Charles knows that Wolverine's alive and he's still healing and he could probably make it out of this, maybe that's why he tried to reason with Magneto.
Yeah, that's fair. I would think that would have been better, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. If they added
some
those
explanation would have been great. Like,
Also, not for nothing, where is the adamantium at this point?
laying all over the floor.
It's just like in a goop somewhere. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah,
probably hardened by now.
Yeah,
like it would have been great if he just turned it into a giant middle finger.
I kind of feel like
Scott. He writes it out with the I don't know.
Yeah,
I do feel like some of these episodes may have gotten, like, parts cut out just because of runtime. Like,
It's
maybe they wanted to go a little longer,
There's
but they
some
have
stuff
to
on the floor.
condense everything into the same time.
but still, like, to go from that and then just immediately to this, it's like, well,
Right.
how did the helmet get off? Like, there's a lot of stuff here that's missing. That it's like we just jump into this, and it's like, I couldn't tell you how the helmet got off Xavier. Like, I have no clue. Like, it would have been really
everybody
great.
was tied up.
Yeah, it would have been really great for character progression for Rogue and everything if she went over there and yanked the helmet off and was like, like, you've gone too far. Like, yeah, this is too much.
Even if she was the one that took Magneto's powers to fix this, and then we can try to address Magneto. You know,
That
what I mean?
would have been
a
great,
good,
too.
like, okay, I can see he stepped too far too.
Yeah,
I'm still on his side. I still want you to try to fix him, but let's set this right and move on from there.
exactly.
Yeah, she didn't really use anybody's powers except the Doctor, right?
Yeah.
The Doctor, the only one that she kind of drained this whole season.
Yeah,
She took
Somebody else's
what's his
too,
name,
right?
Guy Rick's memories.
Oh
to
yeah.
Oh,
to
okay,
find Trask, but that's the only
But
other one
surely-
I can think of.
She only drained humans this season.
Yeah, it would have made a lot more sense too if instead of Wolverine, she was the one that jumped up behind him and, like, grabbed the side of his face and was like, "Yeah, no, like, we're,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or while that was happening to Wolverine, like, she jumped up and was just like, "Yeah, no, we're stopping
We're not
this.
doing
This
this."
is too
Yeah.
much." Yeah,
Yeah, I think if Rogue did it, it could have kind of mirrored the Colossus thing from Fatal Attractions too, where even though he did this horrible thing, Colossus realized that Magneto's going to need somebody to, keep an eye on him, and I'll stay with him. And Rogue could have
take care
done
of
that,
him.
and it would have
Yeah.
made sense. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, ultimately, I'm not trying to destroy the Earth. Let's set that right, but I'm going to stay with Magneto and make sure he's good.
yeah, I'm gonna take care of him. Yeah,
Yeah.
In the comics, Rogue's play. It was Colossus that sides with Magneto, right? And
Yep.
in the show, Rogue takes his place because it was
Pretty much,
Colossus'
pretty
sister who died, right?
Yes.
from the legacy virus. Yeah,
So, do you think? So, seeing that in the comics and seeing that in the show, which do you prefer?
Oh, the comics all the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because it's way more fleshed out and the pacing is like a lot slower. Like it's like I said, like when this happens, like it's like immediately Charles shuts him down, and then it's like, okay, we need to assess what's going on right now because this is something none of us have experienced before. And like it's literally like a full-blown emergency. Like, okay, like we're rushing to get him back to the mansion because we don't know if he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're talking the event as a whole, I would definitely say the comic. But if you're talking about Colossus versus Rogue, like who was in that role, I
Yeah.
will say, as much as I love Fatal Attractions, it never felt right to me that Colossus, who's like kind of a pacifist, turned his back on the X-Men to stay on Magneto's side right after he did that to Wolverine. That never quite sat right with me. He was grieving and stuff, so you can kind of explain
Chalk
some
it
of it
up
away
with
there,
that,
but
yeah.
it didn't quite. And honestly, he looked cool as hell in the Acolytes costume. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
he did.
Yeah.
He did.
But it never quite sat right to me. It didn't feel totally earned that he was going to do that.
Yeah. Like
Agreed.
like the build up with Rogue is what it makes sense that why she would side with, like we talked about this in the last episode, why she would side with Magneto because of everything that's happened, what she's been through, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Even for Sunspot, like I was watching some shows, they're like nobody explained why Sunspot would just go with Magneto, and I was just thinking, well, he doesn't know who Charles is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got no reference to Charles, so it's
He
like,
knows Magneto better, frankly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his mother, who's a human, just basically sold him out to Sentinels.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
Yeah. And
Makes sense.
and where was Colossus during this whole time? Machu?
At the
great
bank.
question.
He was at the bank. He was at the bank. I was at the bank.
He
He's
got
gotta-
framed by another giant mutant somehow.
Power went down. I was at bank. I could not leave.
Either that or at Home Depot getting supplies to rebuild the mansion.
Why to rebuild the next mansion?
Yep.
Either way, he's wearing a tank top.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hopefully.
Oh,
Tucked
wait,
in- tucked
he's
into
wearing
his
a white
khakis.
beater. Yeah.
He's wearing it tucked into his khakis. That's
Yeah.
right. So, Brandon, we don't use that term on this. We don't use guinea
Sorry.
tea either. It's
Sorry.
just a tank top. Come on.
You got it.
So
Yeah, I was just gonna
Xavier-
say, it's like I'm very proud of everyone here. Where you're using the term tank top instead of the original term.
There's,
I'll log
there's
off
Brandon.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Brandon. There's only room for one woman hater on
Female
this.
friendly, yeah.
crackhead energy, woman haters. Oh, so we get a lot of cameos when he turns the power back on. Like
Yeah,
We get a lot of non-mutant well, I guess we get a lot of non-X-Men cameos, I should say. I don't want to say non-mutant cameos.
we get a lot of Marvel cameos. How about
Marvel
that?
Yeah.
cameos. Well, I thought that was cool though. Like it helped to tie right. It's like almost like they're laying ground for the Marvel animated universe or
Right.
I'm hoping.
97 Marvel animated universe. You know.
for me it was
Bring it
too
on.
much. Like I was like, okay, okay, another.
Oh, Cloak and Dagger
Oh.
too, huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
like-
Yeah.
All right.
Well, like, why are they showing Silver Samurai again in basically
I
the
don't know.
same
He was
spot?
on one episode of the original, I think, too, right? And
Right.
like
Yeah.
fights for like 2 minutes in that episode.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was strange too. I mean, he's cool. He's cool looking. Like I'm
Yeah.
glad to see him, but it's a strange one to go on to see twice.
Exactly.
you
Like,
could've
they could have
picked,
used
like-
that for another person.
Yeah,
And was he standing there the whole time? Like was he in
You're
that
just
position
standing
the
out there
whole
for 20
time?
minutes while this is going on.
he's just
Like,
like
I can't
powers
go
out.
anywhere. Yeah,
Well, yeah,
powers
if the
out.
power's out, you can't go on the internet. Well, they didn't even have internet then.
You
Really,
couldn't go on the
anyway.
elevator.
Yeah.
Can go on the
Because he was
elevator.
on the
Stuck up
rooftop.
there, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna stand here and wait.
It's time for me to go to the rooftop and check out the sun. Power's
Yeah.
out. Well, shit.
You're
I'm
gonna
here
know when the
forever now.
power's back on from up there.
Yeah.
You're
A
gonna
couple
see the
days
whole
later,
city.
he's all, finally, I can use my electronic toilet.
You think he wants to take the stairs in all that armor?
No,
I doubt it.
not at all.
We all won that AOA. Wow. So all right. So we had and then I actually your next slide here. I was shocked to see Iron Man. I figured
Alive.
Iron Man was dead. I figured he was
wasn't.
dead.
Yeah.
EMP, shut him down. Shut all the magnets down.
Oh, it's Tony. He'll find a way around.
I was
Yeah, I guess
expecting
even
to be
then-
Tony on the floor, just like
It's not the magnets that are shut down.
You have to understand, this is a different Tony. This is a Tony with a raging mullet. Okay.
That's true. The power of the mullet.
Yeah. He's just like, I can't die. I have a mullet.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at. Does this look like the guy that dies? Look at this. Look
Yeah,
at this.
I'm putting Jerry Seinfeld to shame here right now, guys.
Well, what they're doing here is selling toys, frankly.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
With all these
100%.
cameos, they're definitely selling toys.
100%. And how did Cap get his shield back? He take that long walk, huh? He took that long walk.
That was that.
I
yeah,
actually
that was,
didn't notice that he had it back.
He
I was
took
because
that
I
long
was
walk.
thinking about that. I actually thought he didn't have it still, and I was like,
No, he's
"Damn,
got
he's
it
gonna
right
need
there.
somebody's help for that."
Yeah. And by the
Well,
way,
he
these guys
probably
did
got a
they
bunch
did
of toys, like-
absolutely nothing. They did
He's all,
nothing.
go
this whole
find
time.
it. Go find it. They're like, go find what? My shield. It's like off in the mountains over there
Yeah.
somewhere. I'm not gonna go look for it. You go do it.
Yeah, because we didn't even see them. We saw them prepare to fight the Prime Sentinels, but we didn't actually see them fight them at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think they got shut off before we saw anything.
Mhm.
Mm.
A little anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then we go back to Gold Team, right?
Well, it's just wild.
What
To
else
me. It's like
you had-
we spent all this time on cameos when we could have explained how Xavier got the helmet off
The helmet off.
and
Yeah.
what's going on with Wolverine. No,
That
let's
doesn't-
just throw all the cameos in there.
That doesn't sell toys. And the X-Men the 97 Magneto helmet was already on discount in Ollie's. We're not selling that anymore.
Here's the thing
Yeah.
that I'm thinking. It's like we're still holding on to this glimmer of hope. Everyone loves the Avengers still. It's like, no, you brought the X-Men in. It's X-Men world now. Like, forget everything else. We're going back to the 90s. Nothing else matters except Spider-Man and X-Men. Period.
I'm good
Right.
with them being there. Honestly, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like seeing. I always liked seeing in the original shows like the greater universe and stuff. But
Yeah.
How'd we get the Xavier's helmet off? It's 75% off at Ollie's. That's how it's off. Yeah. No, but you had this. You had Daredevil, right? Daredevil gets that awesome little call
Yeah.
it. He gets that like
Where he trips them with the stick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
He gets
and then he
close
gets
on. You
blasted
also,
through a window.
I love the. Is it? Oh no, that's later on, right? You get the MJ, right?
You
Yes,
get,
I think that's
you get the
later.
rest of the
Later, yeah.
cameos later.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get those
Yeah.
later. All right, so I won't talk about them until
Yeah.
later. But okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
all right.
half of the episode is cameos. Jesus.
Yeah,
There are quite a lot of cameos. Yes.
Yeah.
a lot of cameos.
Oh.
But then we get back to the Gold Team with Cable, and Jean is in the water, right? You know where this is going when you see
Yeah.
her.
I had no idea. I was so blown away.
This was
Jean-
my this was my biggest gripe of the episode was when they brought back the Phoenix out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
And then after
And
she
then
was
it's
like-
gone.
Yeah,
it's
and then
gone.
after she's like, "It's gone." It's
you
like,
know,
oh,
she
that
would have
was
been pretty
convenient.
useful up there.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I saw a meme today that was great. Let me bring it up. It's golden.
Hey, you
And
you
she
look
even
for that,
says-
you look for that. Tenyo says, would he air tag the shield if it was now verse 97?
Oh,
That's where you see the
yeah.
date come into play for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you back for us.
I think the worst part of the Phoenix thing for me was that like she literally says it's gone now.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
it was just like they have to explain why it's not going to be there the rest of the episode.
But
it was
that's
just weird.
It's gone now is right up there though with Call Me Madeline Pryor. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I
Yeah.
did. There you go. What is
It
it?
says blue team.
Oh yeah.
You're
This
with
is
me,
right.
team.
Dan
Take
Magneto.
I saw that
This
meme.
last week. Yeah. This is what I was saying.
No, Logan.
No,
Logan,
Logan,
blue team.
you're with blue team.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You're blue
It's like-
team.
Yeah. You have metal on your bones. But
Yeah.
you're gonna go with us.
Yeah.
You
Go
could have
with
went
Blue
with
Team.
gold team and actually like helped, but yeah.
No.
It worked out for Cyclops pretty well.
Yeah, the only thing he did all season was wreck Prime Sentinels, so you don't send him after the Prime Sentinels.
Yeah. Yeah. Right? Like the
That's
one
all
time
he's
he
done.
shined like,
Oh,
Yeah.
big time where it's just like
Hey!
just getting nuts is like yes, and then it's like no, we're not gonna
Yeah.
send you over there. We're gonna go to Magneto.
We've
But
been talking about killing them all season, so
Yeah.
But
past
the
couple
one-
episodes at least.
the one thing we've seen Cyclops do all season is make the wrong choice. So that's par for the course. So,
I'll
you
give
can owe me all you want. I'm right.
He did tell Xavier like 6 times, dude, you're forgetting that we need to shut down Bastion first. He did tell him like multiple times, like
Yeah.
you keep forgetting all you care about is Magneto, but there's other
Yeah.
shit happening. You got the mamas and the
Yeah.
papas playing in your head, but
Dude, like there's a lot of other stuff going on right
Yeah.
now. Like I know you want to like reconnect with your boy, but
Yeah.
there's
You got other shit to do here.
there's other stuff happening.
So I wouldn't say Cyclops made the wrong decision all the time.
No?
No,
No? Okay.
I think he's right though, because I mean, I guess Jean wouldn't have died again if
Again?
the Prime Sentinels hadn't come back online.
Yeah.
So you see
Well,
all the Prime
yeah,
Sentinels.
yeah,
And
yeah.
this is when we get all the cameos.
Yeah.
All right. We don't see them actually fight them. They just get ready to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have
That
been
was
cool.
disappointing. Because then I just imagine they were just standing there for 3 or 4 minutes.
Just like
The power got shut off again.
yeah. So this is actually T'Chaka, not T'Challa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
This
So
is
that was-
weird because this is a very modernized Black Panther in Wakanda. though.
Yeah.
Like it's
I thought that was cool. That was him.
But isn't Wakanda supposed to be more modern than
it is, but like from what we had seen in like the Fantastic Four with Black Panther and everything, it doesn't match. And like that still makes me go back to like this is some kind of like weird offshoot of the timeline of the original show.
I had heard some people speculate that the only ones that were going to be considered canon necessarily were X-Men and Spider-Man.
Okay.
Just because like Silver Surfer and Hulk and Iron Man all kind of like people would appear different every time they appeared. Like things weren't
Yeah.
totally
right?
synced up like they should have been. So
Sure.
that kind of makes sense to me, but the designs are still mostly, accurate
remember-
across them for the most part.
I remember this design when he had the cape when he made a cameo in X-Men. Right? In
I don't-
the older seasons.
I don't remember him making a cameo. in
Yeah, I don't
X-Men.
remember him showing up in X-Men. I remember him in
I remember
Fantastic
Spider-Man.
Four.
Fantastic
Yeah.
Four, I remember.
I
feel
feel
like-
like they showed him in a brief glimpse at some
It
point.
was
I
a
could
brief
be wrong,
glimpse.
though.
Yeah.
Because
Ah.
Larry Houston used to sneak in cameos all the time without really getting it cleared, I guess.
Getting it
He was
approved.
talking
I heard
about that. Yeah. But I could be wrong about that. But I feel like I remember seeing that too. Just like a 1 second, you see him,
Yeah.
a quick clip of him.
Oh.
And the Dora Milaje looked very MCU also.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I
yeah,
was
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
they're very modern. It's like
Well, Did they show the Dora Milaje in the
they're
cart-
right there.
Probably not.
in the
Probably not in the
previous
original
cartoons is what
They
I'm
probably
saying.
didn't show
They
the
didn't even let me fit.
Well, they're right there.
God damn
I
it,
said
Matt!
in the previous
They're on your
Play this
screen.
day. They're on the screen right now.
in the previous cartoons.
No,
I
because
did see
they weren't
somebody
that
say-
important back then. Like they were the background. Like it was like
Yeah.
it was like to get any kind of shine. It was just Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
I did see somebody say that they put together, I haven't gone back to look at it, but that there's actually two different, like T'Chaka and T'Challa both appear at different times in this. Because he does kind of look like, can you go back to the other shot with him on the TV? Like they kind of looked a little bit different too, obviously, other than just being unmasked. Maybe it's just the colors there. I don't know.
I think it's the colors.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that, maybe there was King T'Chaka and Prince T'Challa,
Yeah.
and they were both Black Panther, maybe. But
But I think I did see a tweet where the show writer said he was off limits. Or that was
No,
his
I
decision.
thought Bo said it wasn't his decision.
Yeah, it wasn't his
call.
decision.
Wasn't his call. He said.
Yeah.
It was out
but
of
they
his hands or
straight up
something
did
like that.
the Chadwick Boseman voice, like straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why? I don't know. It's weird that you had that rule about not showing him, but you did his voice pretty much. Like you had an impersonator essentially.
Plus, like you said, the Dora are in like MCU gear too, right? So it's
Yeah.
also
Yeah, I don't know, because I could also see you like not wanting to do. Sorry, I'm gonna get confused. Chadwick Boseman played
T'Challa.
T'Challa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see you not wanting to do T'Challa to not try to get Chadwick Boseman, but you're right. He does sound like Chadwick Boseman, right? Like I could see you like not wanting to toe that line because the MCU, the What If series, he did voice it, right?
Mhm.
Where there's one of the last things he did.
Yeah.
So you kind of like don't want to touch that, but then you're right. It's like you got somebody who's so close. Like why
And
are
it looks
you?
like him too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
at
other than
same time-
the graying,
Right.
temples, like it looks
Right.
just like Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Too.
But you can't have somebody come in and just sound so off that it doesn't match, right? Like,
Right.
yeah. So, because even if it is his father, he's still going to sound somewhat. I don't
Well,
know.
they could have made it match the Fantastic Four cartoon.
True.
I don't even think I watched the Fantastic Four cartoon. To be
It wasn't
honest.
good. That's why
yeah. I think I
It was
watched it
bad.
once. That was it.
it was really bad.
It's like the Hulk cartoon was bad too.
Yes,
The first
Iron
season
Man.
was
The
rough.
first season of Iron Man was awful too.
I
The
watched all that
second
Iron
season-
Man. I suffered through that.
The second season of Fantastic Four was a lot better, though.
Was it? I don't think I ever got
And then
that.
when She-Hulk showed up in Incredible Hulk, that's when it was like go time. Like that was like the
Okay.
best ever. Because she walked in and she was just like, "All right, I own this," and it was like, "Okay, fair enough, yeah." That's probably why Jay Shot didn't watch it.
I did. Toying around is surprised that we're still going for 54 minutes.
We've only gotten to the cameo part.
Yeah.
We're like 5 minutes of runtime into the episode at this point.
I mean, like, but also like Kevin, aren't
This
you
is-
like the king of like 9-hour streams?
Yeah,
You're,
this
like,
guy
you
goes
know-
like 7-8 hours, and he's complaining
Yeah.
about runtime. This is
Are
great.
you fishing for a link? Are you fishing for a link?
I'll
Yeah.
send him a link.
No,
Yeah.
Matt, no, because he likes to communicate with you. Ask me for a link, Kevin. I'll give you a link. I'll give you a link, Kevin. You just gotta ask me for a link. That's all. I'll give you a link. Yeah.
He likes to communicate with you.
Well, no, because like I had something the other day, and he was asking Matt about it. He's like, "Well, Jay Shot like it?" Matt's like, "Ask Jay Shot." Never asked me about it. Like, do I have to plague? What the hell, people?
He's just all, well, Jay Shot's not on my enablers stream, so
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna talk to Jay Shot. That's
Yeah, I
cool.
don't know about that.
No, that's cool. That's fine. That's all right.
Yeah.
So we got the Red Guard here, right? That's what they're
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winter Guard, I think.
Winter
Yeah.
Guard.
But I liked. I mean, I don't think Omega Red's ever been part of that, but I actually like that pairing. He's a super soldier. Why wouldn't
Yeah.
he be?
Yeah,
Exactly.
it makes
You know?
sense. Yeah, and plus he's the most badass '90s like villain ever. Like, who could rock
Even
like
Crimson
a top,
Dynamo looks great. That's
yeah,
a cool
who could
design
rock
for
like
him.
a
I like
top
the helmet.
ponytail like that?
Yeah.
Chris Jericho
Flawlessly.
in 1997. That's about it.
Yes, yes. Lionheart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jericho.
That's
and
the
Omega
last
Red,
time it
that's
ever worked.
Yeah.
This is also selling
The same
toys, by the
year.
way.
That was actually the same year as this too. 97.
Yeah.
No, win or lose. It's the reverse. Win or lose. It's the reverse. I'm trying to get Kevin to slide into my DMs. It's just the reverse. Win or lose.
And
So.
Kevin says he did that to spite Machu.
It definitely worked.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, hi, Kevin.
he's trying to create a rift between the Sentinels. Is what's happening.
I think so.
Yeah. And this is the strangest place for Psylocke to be.
I was gonna say, like, what?
Yeah, why would
So-
she be with Alpha Flight? Like, it
Is that-
makes no sense.
What
Is
is
that
this?
Frenzy behind her? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, me
But
either.
otherwise, it's all Alpha Flight. Which
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
really weird too. That
Yeah, why
Psylocke
is she
would be
hanging
hanging
out
out
in
with Alpha Flight.
Canada?
Also, we talk about women's costumes being revealing in cartoons like this.
I've never
But, like-
talked about that.
All right, relax. Look at Puck. Any
as a
old
huge proponent.
skies out,
Sure.
out, thighs out, Puck here. We never talked about that, huh? So,
I was gonna wear that tonight, but
were you?
Yeah.
Damn, that viewer count would have went up. I'm
Yeah,
just
Machi's all, what's wrong with her hanging out with Alpha Flight? I don't really see an issue with it.
Yeah.
but,
They're cool.
like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with Alpha Flight?
They're just
They're
as
the
cool as
best.
the X-Men.
They're the best superhero team ever created.
Alpha Flight.
There you go. Rick Jones, Puck rules.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
would
I
she?
see.
Everyone
I've
says
heard
they're
some
helping
people
on
say-
Genosha.
yeah. I was
They're
going to say, I've
helping.
seen some people say that they might be on Genosha, but still, it was weird to just have Alpha Flight people there
Yeah,
and Psylocke. Like,
yeah.
throw Blob in there, throw like
Well, we know
anybody
Blob
else.
was there. right?
Forearm, you know, like somebody
Yeah,
else
that'd be
weird
cool.
that.
Or,
'Cause we-
or a
I think
couple
we
of
briefly
X
saw
Factor
Forearm.
characters. Throw strong guy in there.
Yep.
Yeah, just
Somebody we
not-
saw actually there helping and everything, you know.
Yeah, not just Alpha Flight and Frenzy. Like,
Yep.
yeah, it's very strange. I'm sorry, Machu. I know you love Alpha Flight.
I do
The
not.
point
like
is, this
Alpha
is an Alpha Flight.
for the record.
Are you allowed to say that, or is like the Mounties?
I get
down?
people ask all the
Okay.
time, "Oh, you're Canadian, you must like Alpha Flight." I'm like, they're like the D version of the Avengers. Why would I like them? They're not even in. Yeah, I don't like them at all.
Wait,
He was
wait,
talking.
wait.
He was talking to me.
Oh, I'm talking to you. Oh, okay, there you go.
I
Oh,
like
in that
hockey,
case.
maple syrup, and Alpha Flight.
Those are the stereotypical
The
answers.
three things in this world that I care about.
Three things I love most about America: hockey, maple syrup, and Alpha Flight. Wait. So, Machu, you said the the Alpha Flight is the D list of the Avengers. I want to know what the others are. What's A, B, and C? Who comes?
Great Lakes
before?
Avengers are number 3.
Everything
Or,
above
C.
Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight's so boring. That's such a boring team.
It is boring. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Come on, Puck is good.
I'm not saying there aren't little glimmers of like goodness within, but yeah, I would say for the most part, it's pretty boring stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Come on, you don't appreciate the originality and Sasquatch being part of the team. Canadian
I'm almost offended by that, really, but yeah.
Oh my god!
They must have been laughing. They must have been laughing when they were like, "Oh my god, look at this idea, Sasquatch."
Move on from Alpha Flight.
Yeah, Sasquatch could be part of the superhero Canadian team. That's
What's Alpha Flight?
genius.
We need some name recognition here.
They're like, how about Sasquatch? Yeah.
One of their real names could be Tim Horton.
Oh my god! There's Puck, Hawk, and Timbits and everybody.
Double. That's his name. That's good.
All right, Darth Gutierrez wants to know what is Puck's power. We just said it. He hawks Timbits and everybody. No, what is
Isn't he
what
just
is-
like
what-
acrobatic? Like I don't think it's anything like
just
supernatural.
Agility, agility.
Exactly.
So he's a
He's
That's
just
exactly
he's
what I'm
like
talking
bowling
about.
ball.
Yeah.
All the people on Alpha Flight's powers are all like the weakest shit ever.
Somebody turns into a bird and a bear. Right?
You can turn into a bird. You can be really acrobatic, I guess, and super short. I don't
It's
know.
one step
Like-
above the Wonder Twins.
We're gonna make this real interesting. Not only can she turn into a bird, but she can turn into a bear. Kevin and Winnie Lewis are highly offended at this moment.
yeah.
What are you talking about? That's the best superhero team ever created. Good God.
You can come on and defend them if you want.
He's gonna do an 8-hour stream about this.
I'm checking my DMs. I don't see an answer.
He's about to call the bounty on you, Machi.
Hey, I'm very proud to be a Canadian, but Alpha Flight, yeah, I don't know. I'll pull the card for that one. I think.
Yeah.
I'll celebrate Wolverine. I like Wolverine, but
Yeah.
So
So
like we got the best of the best, and then we got just whatever was left.
Correct. You got the best of the best, and Alpha Flight is the rest.
It's literally like twins. You got Schwarzenegger. It's like whatever was left over, you got DeVito. Like looking into a mirror.
So we find out that Cables went back 200 times.
200 times.
200 times to try to fix that the whole Genosha.
And to me,
event.
in my opinion, that was the best part of this whole show when
Yeah.
he got to meet his mom. That was the best part of all of it. That was my favorite part of the whole show. And it was like, how can you not want to expand upon that moment? Like, hopefully they maybe kind of go delve into that later. But
I think with the way it ends, that's a possibility.
I think
Yeah.
so.
yeah.
But 200 times trying to do the same thing over and over again and still getting shut out.
I thought this was
Right.
great though. This whole they were just controlling Cable still. The back and
Yeah.
forth between them about mothers was great.
Mhm.
And I like that they finally explained. Like a lot of people just, I guess, seem to not think they were going to explain the, who pulls him back basically and stops him from telling everybody. But it was so clearly going to be Sinister because he's been controlling, the
Everything
people he's
the
had
whole
under
time.
his,
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Between Madeline and Cable, it makes perfect sense that he'd be able to control them at any point and let him get just close enough to warn one person, see her for 2 seconds, and then know she's going to die.
Yeah.
That's perfect Sinister. That's exactly what he would do.
That guy. I'll tell you.
That guy.
He gets his comeuppance.
That son of a
Biscuit.
yeah. That son of a biscuit.
So we do see that Jean puts together that device that they. What was it called?
Inhibitor? It was an inhibitor.
Yeah.
Inhibitor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after he stomps it out, he's like, ha ha ha, I win. I'm gonna crunch this and you guys are screwed.
Yep.
Oh, wait, nobody factored in, like, not this guy that's been alive for hundreds of years, not me, because I've, future tech within my body now. Nobody factored in that Jean Grey would turn into the Phoenix, though.
She never does that.
Yeah, never.
She never does that. Ever.
So
Once in a
never tap
lifetime,
into this,
once in a
like,
season thing.
We just figured she'd die because that's what she does best, like
yeah. No one figured she would tap into this omniversal power entity.
But don't they say that, right? Doesn't when he says how many times and he goes 200 times and he says not once did the Phoenix show up?
I don't think so. I don't think he specifically mentioned the Phoenix. I could be wrong though.
I thought he said something about the Phoenix.
I think he
says
said
not.
Actually, I
X-Men.
think I kind of do feel like he maybe not Phoenix specific, but maybe it was.
I thought he
referencing
said not
her
Madeline
showing up.
Pryor, not Jean Grey, not the Phoenix, or not
Yeah.
now, or something
That's-
like that.
Yeah, that was after she showed up.
That was after she showed up. So,
Kevin's comment.
what's say?
God.
Sorry. Stop it! Stop it!
I got it.
I don't want to believe it, but it does sound like what? I didn't say I just wish she would die.
What she does best is
what I
also what
said.
she said.
He's got quotes. You clearly said it. I'm sorry. If you
I
don't remember
said
it, but
we all
guys
thought
didn't-
she would
it's a
die.
direct
You guys
quote.
didn't read
That's
it.
what
in-
she. Wow.
You didn't read it in the right voice.
Wow,
All
I
right.
didn't believe, but it does sound like Jay Sean hates women.
What? I don't
I
sound
just
like
wish
Professor
you would
Xavier.
die.
No, Kevin does.
Oh, that's what Kevin says. Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
Kevin.
what Kevin sounds.
That's what Kevin says.
It's also a
Every
really
time
good
he-
Starscream voice.
Every time he hops into a stream, it's
Hello there.
you got to read it right, man. Yeah.
So puts on the inhibitor collar onto Bastion.
Oh no, we're gonna keep. Yeah, let's keep this comment up. That's cool. That's
Oh,
cool.
my bad.
That's cool.
It's
I
covering
got
your
it.
face.
Yeah, it's fine. It's cool.
That's
That's
good.
covering my
You got
face.
it.
That's
I got-
cool. That's
I
great.
got
No,
the
no,
slides
that's
on
cool.
one
Look up.
screen.
That's cool.
Jay Shot, how many times did you go back in time and try to stop yourself from hating on She-Hulk on our stream?
None. Because everything I say, you know what? Like, it's one of those things too, where it's like, I know who I am. I don't hate women, right? Like, I'm raising a strong 10-year-old girl, and she knows I don't hate women. Y'all want to pretend that I hate women? Cool. Y'all talk about me a lot. It's awesome.
Basically saying
love
I got
that.
black friends. I'm sorry, I
Wow,
just met you
Brandon.
tonight, dude.
Dude, like seriously, like we invited you on our stream. You came into my house.
You said some shit about Cyclops earlier.
Cyclops sucks. Cyclops sucks. I don't care.
I like it. Bachi's all, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's left me.
Thanks
He's
for
abandoned
having
me,
me.
Jay-Shot.
Thanks for having my back, Machu. Appreciate that.
Hey, you didn't say Cyclops sucks.
That's
You don't have my
cool.
back.
That's cool.
I never said shit about Morph.
No, Cheney does that
Some
enough.
shit
It's
about
fine.
All right,
It's fine. It's cool.
Kev's loving this.
Yeah.
Kev's loving it every second.
Yeah,
He
Kev's
wanted
loving
to
every
divide
second.
for so long. He's just all,
finally, it's happening.
All right, so Prime Sentinels are shut down, and Phoenix takes away the DNA, the mutant DNA from Sinister. I want to get to this part, and this is what we get. He should be dead.
I'm an old man.
He's like what, over like 150 years old at this point?
150
like
ish.
that,
Yeah.
1800s.
They gave me like Palpatine vibes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm an old man.
He's like, I'm so old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shouldn't even be able to walk.
And I didn't catch this, and Macho, I always forget who the guy is that we watched the recap things on.
Screen Crash, or
Nerd
New
Rocket
Rockstars.
or whatever it is. New Rockstars.
yeah,
That he's so grotesque that the ripples in the lake won't even show him his reflection anymore.
yeah, it goes away.
It goes away. He's
I
so
just-
grotesque.
I'm just
Yeah.
impressed with his suit that it like still is that.
It
just,
still
like,
fits him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That he has to then run up to Morph, and Morph gets his like.
Be my
revenge.
mirror.
Yeah. And by the way, what a ballsy thing to do, right? Like, yeah.
I thought that was pretty good. I actually
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
And then Morph with the
that
looks
well.
the same to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I've said it before.
Now I know why it
but
takes 3 hours to review 30-minute episodes. That's right.
But do you not enjoy it? What?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah. We're
What
having
else you gonna do on a Saturday night? Wing or
Yeah.
Lose?
Like I've said before, like I hate original animated series more, but
Yes.
this guy, I like this guy, man.
Yeah.
He's-
He's got a
yeah.
charm.
Yeah. Okay. Well then.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all you get.
Everybody in shock or what?
Yeah, we were all in shock that you were saying it. You liked Morph.
Yeah.
Take speak. Use your
I
aggressive
thought you were that
feelings,
awkward.
Nation. Let the hate flow through you.
So then we get Bastion disarming Cable.
That was pretty brutal.
So
yeah.
actually,
That
I
was
wanted
crazy.
when this happened, I immediately thought of you, Chaney, because like last week we were talking about how Cable is fighting off the technovirus,
Mhm.
right? So now there was a part of me when this happened that I was like, okay, oh shit, he just took his arm off.
Mhm.
But B, did he just take the technovirus out of Cable, and does that now free up Cable to be
No, he just ripped his arm off.
okay? All right.
I think, I mean, wasn't it implied that the technovirus is what kind of got swirled up and joined Bastion, though?
Yes.
Yeah, but I
Right.
didn't know if that like was the removal of the technovirus from Cable.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
I guess it's maybe just a part
What
of
up,
it. I
Jason?
don't know. That's a good
Yeah.
question, though.
What is up?
What's up?
But yeah, that was from the brutal hits. Yeah, from this angle here. Oh my god.
Yeah, he just slaps him in the face with it.
With his own
Smacking
arm.
him around with his
Yeah.
own
His own arm. Yeah. It's what it's pretty much how this happened here, where he ripped his arm off and slapped his face. That's what Brandon did to me about 5 seconds ago. Basically with the same thing. That's what it felt like. Yeah.
That's high praise. That was a badass moment.
Brandon, Bastion, same start. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
He beats him with his arm, and then he armors up. He already could fly, right? He didn't need wings.
No.
No, he
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah.
But it looks so cool.
But yeah,
looks
he,
badass.
There with him.
he did it because it looked cool.
Yeah.
So I think that's from Second Coming,
Mhm.
which happened way later. But I thought it was cool that they showed his kind of evolved form
Yeah.
after taking out the Cable virus.
That's good, Wing.
That would have been a cool cameo.
Yeah, yeah. I want that arm.
Runs up and grabs it and takes off. In like his like old green classic costume though.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So the Bastion takes off to Asteroid M, and then we get this shot of Cyclops talking to Wolverine, telling him to hang on, do it for
Yeah.
Jean.
I hated
Basically.
this part.
You really? You hated
I
this part?
this part, yeah.
Oh, I kind of liked it. I thought this was like the nicest
No.
thing that Cyclops
No.
has done this whole season.
What's wrong with
This
this?
is all passive aggressive. It's just like, oh, hang in there, bud. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
you do
just-
it? Don't you
yeah.
break her heart?
As he's pulling wires from the console.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hang in
Look at
there,
his finger
man.
in the hole. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Your
decided to
healing
bring
factor
you along
sucks
with
worse
us.
than I realized.
I decided to bring you along with us. So yeah, no, hang in there, man. This
Yeah.
totally sucks for you, but yeah, she's gonna be pretty upset, I think. Yeah, so just hang in there, man. It's all good.
Wait, on.
Somebody's got to do a custom head. Somebody will do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would want that as a
Yeah.
figure too.
Somebody will
Yeah,
definitely do
dude.
that.
You just do. Someone just do the head. You can put it on Morph too.
Yep.
Just like, just whisper.
Yeah, I would have appreciated that
Oh,
more.
no,
He's
wait.
just all, if he's
So
like,
how about I could make a redhead real sad right now?
yeah, or if he's just all, just give up.
Yeah. You know what he should have said? He should have been like, don't worry, I won't abandon you like I did my son. And then walk out of the room. Yeah, that's what he should have done.
As he leaves.
As he leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what he should have done.
I guess it comes a little bit later, but they kind of forgot about Wolverine's body for a while, and then it just like shows up when
Yeah.
they're fleeing. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like It's like they literally all they needed was somebody to say, "Oh, we got to get Wolverine." That's it. Just like a 2-second.
Yeah, they all forgot about him. Like it's just like, no, that happened. Like we've gone way too far in the story now to even kind of like think about that anymore. We breezed right past that. It was a moment that you guys remember and cool. Yeah.
Because
They
it was
literally
like the place
just
was
put him
falling
in.
apart by the time they went to get him. Well, they didn't go to get him. You just saw him with them at the end. Like nobody went back for him, even though shit was collapsing. And
nobody cared.
Yeah. Kelly, he's being mean. Come get him. He's being mean.
She's in San Diego right now. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like,
"Be mean."
Streaming with Machu and J-Shot, and the kid is already in bed. Daddy duties are done, and now I'm streaming. Talking about X-Men. There's no other place I'd rather be.
I always figured that like throughout the whole like series, like yes, in the beginning like of season 1 of the original show, you do see like that bitter rivalry between the two of them, but like there was a little bit of respect gained between the two of them as the seasons went on.
Yeah, no, as it went on, they like kind of like grew to like, kind of like each other.
Right.
And that went all out the window in the beginning of this show. Like it was just like, we're gonna forget all about that. And
I don't see that.
I don't think it was there. There wasn't a lot of Wolverine this season period though.
I mean, you could say it stems from them knowing that Cyclops is going to leave. Cyclops and Jean are going to leave the team. Like you could see that bringing.
Well, that I saw, but like between Cyclops and Wolverine, there wasn't that rivalry like there was in the original series,
right?
Because like they had that respect, and even when Jean kissed Wolverine, he kind of like held back. Because he already has
completely out of character. He would have went all in. He'd have been like, "Yeah, this is my chance. I'm going for it."
Yeah. But if he's
already got his, this one's mine. Like
he's got his.
He impregnated the wrong one.
Yeah, he picked
That's
his.
on him.
Yeah, he picked his, and I'm taking this one. One for each of us. Let's go.
But then he also claims that there's only ever been one, even though he didn't know that it was Madeline that whole time either.
Yeah.
Full of shit.
Yep. I agree.
Oh. Yeah. So we got the picture that I got here was just like straight up just a punch from Rogue.
It's pretty good.
5 episodes built of frustration right there.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get the shot of her going into the punch to lead into this, but I kept missing it. So,
and his name is Gambit. Remember it?
Right.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That was awesome.
Yeah, this part was really cool. I did enjoy this part. She let it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue's badass.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, yeah, she got way like a ton of shine in this season.
Yep.
A lot of them did, I think. The only one that I think that really didn't were like
Wolverine. You're right.
Well, Wolverine had like 5 seasons before. So
I totally agree with that. Like, think of it, like even
Wolverine had his own show.
Yeah.
He had 7 movies.
Well, it's because he's so awesome. Like, what do you want, Machu?
He had his own movies out of those movies.
Because he's that awesome. Give him more shine.
Like it's a pretty ridiculously large team to begin with, like even in 92, and then to add Sunspot, like not everybody. I thought they did honestly overall an incredible job giving a lot of other people development. Storm, Jean, Maddie, a new character essentially, Gambit. He kind of cut short a little bit, but he definitely got more development than he had in like years of the other show.
Yeah, he had an impact play. He had an impact.
Yep, or even in the comics.
More in the more than in the comics. Yeah, and Cyclops got quite a bit too. There wasn't any like huge moment, but it was just a lot of like. I would imagine that this show won over some people as far as just not liking Cyclops. Like, even if you're not his biggest fan, he had some badass moments.
Oh, for sure, I completely agree.
J-Shot
but my personal bias, I wish we got more Wolverine.
No, I get that too. I really do. Like, I was surprised at how little they used him.
Yeah,
and I thought it was going to pay off at some point, and it
even
never really did.
Yeah. Jason said, Nightcrawler got an opening sequence, right? So,
He replaced Gambit. Gambit's body wasn't even cold yet, and Nightcrawler was in the.
He's like, I'm in the intro.
Yeah, we got shit to do. We don't have time for
He'd like,
you're out, you're dead. You're done. We're moving on.
I need that Nightcrawler son ASAP.
Yeah. Xavier's like, welcome to the X-Men. People die all the time. All right, we gotta keep moving.
Let's go, baby.
So, we gotta keep moving. Come on, keep moving. Yeah, that's why the door's a rotating door. We gotta keep going. So,
so the animators put this in.
Just yeah.
But yeah, we get that awesome sequence with Rogue fighting Bastion, and they land.
So hang on, real quick. Grumps asked this question. I don't know if she can. Why didn't Rogue try to steal Bastion's powers? I don't know if she can. Can she?
I had questions about this too because they talked about recruiting him. Like Xavier wanted to recruit him for the X-Men, but did they ever say he's a mutant?
Yes, they did.
Yes,
they did.
Yeah.
They did.
He's a techno. Yeah, he's a technopath. Is that? I think that was
I thought he had powers because he had him as a little boy.
Yeah, he could talk and hear like technology.
Okay, because I got the impression, I must have missed that. I got the impression he had powers, but they weren't necessarily from the mutant gene. But then it was weird because they talked about Xavier recruiting him. He's got Cerebro, so you would imagine that he would know if he was a mutant or not. Or just
well played, Jason. Well played.
Good move.
We'll play. Yeah. I mean, what would she absorb? Like, I guess if she took his powers, what would she be able to do?
If she took his powers, she could
talk to the Prime Sentinels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Does he have flesh though? That's another question, I guess. If he's all metal,
is this synthetic flesh?
And it's synthetic flesh, and it's technovirus on top of that now.
Yeah, like I guess originally
when
when he was like in his first form, I guess she probably could have done it then. But I think once he went into the metal form, I don't think there was anything she could absorb from. What was that? I missed that.
Nightcrawler totally took over Gambit's room in the mansion.
He's repainting right after the funeral.
Right.
Yes. Oh, it's so horrible.
Yeah. Hanging up a bunch of crosses, right?
He has a brush in each hand and then one with his tail.
One with his tail going. Yeah.
Just tearing his Leonard Skinner poster down. Just
putting a Jesus Christ on the wall.
Yeah, we don't need this anymore.
Why is this T-shirt cut in half? This is so weird. He throws it out.
It'd been even worse to just see him wearing the
yes, I don't understand. It's only half. Brandon, beyond my better judgment for right now, Kevin does give you a compliment saying you've been killing it with those Mondo shots. So
well, I appreciate that, Kevin, and I appreciate you for spotlighting it.
There you go.
But do you appreciate him for loving Alpha Flight?
I thought we established nobody loves Alpha Flight. I thought we established that.
I don't know because they're pushing back a lot on Machu over there. Like, hey, how can you do that to us?
I didn't know there were Canadians that liked Alpha Flight. I thought everyone was embarrassed.
It's just a myth.
So instead of like a hate group that's like Canadians that hate Alpha Flight, that's like the secret thing. It's like Canadians that love Alpha Flight. That's
we're all just like embarrassed because everyone just assumes stereotypically because they're like, "Oh, you're Canadian, you must love Alpha Flight."
Yeah, like the people that are like falling off the building. Alpha Flight's like, "We'll save you." No, don't touch me.
No, don't touch me.
I don't want anything to do with you.
I just
what is that? Puck, get away from me! Yeah,
you can get the first appearance of Alpha Flight for $4.95 on eBay.
How much is shipping?
Free practically giving it away.
I think we should buy it and send it to Wing or Lose and toying around. Let them.
It might be worth something after this episode.
2 copies. Yeah,
it'll only be $10. Yeah,
it'll only be $10. Yeah,
well, Canadian, it's like 25, right?
Yeah, that's nothing.
Between all of us, it's like $2 a piece. I think we can afford that. So,
yeah.
Let's do that.
I like that idea.
I will not be contributing to Alpha Flight in any capacity.
Hates Alpha Flight so much, won't even put in the $2.
Nothing to do with it.
It's like the opening scene of Reservoir Dogs. Won't even tip the $2.
I don't believe in Alpha Flight.
I don't believe. What do you mean you don't believe in Alpha Flight? All right, I paid for this whole Marvel show. You could give us Alpha Flight. Nah, I don't believe in Alpha Flight.
I don't believe in Alpha Flight. So it's not even Puck. He's got a little Puck. I don't believe in Alpha Flight. He's part of Alpha Flight. I don't believe in it.
I'm losing my support over here. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I'm letting you down. We can talk about Wolverine some more.
And no, unfortunately, unfortunately, CGC rated Josh Brown is $45 for the first issue of Alpha. For a whole $45.
Close. I just had a misplaced decimal point.
Yeah.
No. That's no. Josh asked about the CGC rated for Alpha Flight.
Oh, I get you.
So
Yeah.
so
So whopping $45.
45 to have it graded.
Money.
Yeah, to have that baby slabbed.
So speaking about characters that no one cares about, I think this is Adelan, right? This is where the Inhumans are from.
Yeah.
I think that's where this is supposed to be.
Is that what this was? I couldn't figure out what this was.
I think so, because I think it was on like the blue area of the moon.
Yeah, the blue side of the
Oh,
moon.
nice.
Got it.
Nobody cares about
And-
any of
and
them.
they're not
Like,
even there.
I agree.
Yeah,
they don't
exactly.
even care about
The only
them.
thing
didn't
worse
even-
than Alpha Flight is the Inhumans.
Yeah,
They didn't
yeah,
even bother to do costume designs for them.
yeah. It's just like Alpha Flight sucks, but the Inhumans suck even more.
They're like, we got you. Hold
Yeah,
my
yeah.
beer.
We give their 2-second cameo to
They're
Alpha.
like, we're good. Here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna have Rogue just tear up Bastion in the Inhumans like place, like their base, and just completely destroy it and make sure they never surface ever again.
There's
They're
a
not even home.
thunderclap too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah, that was pretty
Thunderclap was
cool.
That was awesome.
That was cool.
And then Ash gets the upper hand.
You got a super chat.
Thanks.
We got a super chat.
Yeah, we do.
I'll cover for what's this much.
Thanks,
All right,
Big
bye
Fish.
now.
D-Jinx, I told you we were out. I got it. I'm buying it. I'm already in the process of buying it because I even if we weren't gonna chip in, dude, I was gonna hand it to Kevin at San Diego Comic-Con. So don't you worry.
Now there's a nostalgic value to it.
Yeah.
Alpha
Kevin,
Flight #1.
Kevin, I better see you wearing Alpha Flight t-shirts the whole time you're at Comic Con.
Oh,
How
wait.
much?
Practice what you preach.
Oh my god.
So Sunspot saves
you
Rogue
defended
here.
them so hard tonight.
I can't wait for this guy who's had this thing up for like 30 years to be like, I sold Alpha Flight.
Honey.
I sold it.
He runs in the living room. Betty,
Our
you
son-
won't believe it. You won't believe it, Betty.
Take 2 weeks of karate lessons now.
He's like, what? What happened? He's like, I sold the damn comic book. Alpha Flight. Someone finally bought it.
He spent more money getting it rated.
Yeah.
I hope he's like, I bet it's going to a really big Alpha Flight fan. Cut to us being like, we're gonna buy this as a joke.
Burn it on the air.
Or do the signature D Amazing, throw it in the trash. Like show the click by now and then the cut to the throwing it in the trash.
Just to get this out of circulation.
Yeah.
One fewer in the world now.
Just so one less person can have Alpha Flight first appearance. That's Kevin's inner Ernie coming out now.
Offer them $1.99.
Yeah.
I already did. It's done. I did the buy it now. I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to risk
Yeah,
losing
yeah.
it. You know, just
Somebody else might buy it.
Yeah, I didn't want to risk losing it, so I got it.
I blame Ernie for that comment
Yeah.
because that's
You
something
know-
Ernie would do. He's like, would you take 94 cents? You're
It'll
like,
be
"What?"
here.
It's just
Yeah,
Alpha Flight.
yeah,
Come
son of a
on.
bitch. Yeah, like I'll take it. Let's go.
I'm
I'm
gonna
never
put it
gonna
in-
sell this book any other way.
I'm gonna put it in the backing. You'll be fine. It'll be secure for when we get there. It'll be good.
Yeah, you better wear
No,
Alpha Flight t-shirts the whole time, man.
And
Sasquatch.
I also just found another lot of classic 10 comics for Alpha Flight for $10 that I put a bid on. So that we can have
Wolverine was in
multiple
all
comics.
10 of those.
A couple of them got Sasquatch and Wendigo on the cover, so you guys should be psyched.
Ooh.
Oh my
Psyched
god.
for them. So, there you go.
I regret taking that screenshot of Alpha Flight.
I don't.
It's been like 15 minutes of this.
Well, here's the best part. It's never going away now.
It's
Like,
never going away now.
you created something that it's already grew its own legs and arms and has walked away. Like
You put $45 in someone's pocket, though.
Look at Kevin's comment.
The packing is another issue.
Oh my god.
It's just like crumpled up pieces of other Alpha Flight issues inside the box.
Oh, man.
Oh god. Josh Brown,
so funny.
classic.
Sunspot does look good.
He does
look
yes,
awesome
does
in this.
look
awesome.
So cool. I'd love to see
Yeah.
what they do with a toy of that. Like if they, what would they do? Right? You do
It's
like
got to be Sunfire, AOA Sunfire-ish, I would think. Something like that.
that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
yeah.
You could do black, like
Translucent,
translucent,
yeah.
kind of would be.
That'd be cool.
sweet.
That would be
Yeah.
cool,
it'd
too,
be
yeah.
very cool.
It'd be very cool.
Yeah.
And then back on Earth, they're talking about the Magneto Protocol.
Yep.
But I do
Oh,
like
that's a cool one.
how they have like the stats here.
Yeah.
Oh, like the
it's
cards.
the cards.
Yeah.
Did you see the names? Did you see the AKs
Yeah.
of the two that are crossed out? That's so dope. I love that.
What are the? I didn't catch it. What's the?
Oh, so it has Ian McKellen and Michael Fassbender. But
No,
the
really?
last names
Yeah,
are-
yeah.
are crossed
Oh,
out.
Ian McKellen. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
catch
cool.
that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So
yeah, they have
dope.
the old voice actor, right?
Oh, that's really
Oh,
cool.
I didn't notice that. That's pretty cool.
And
That's
then
really, really cool.
it says children, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and then P is redacted for Polaris.
Polaris.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Wonder why
I
they
also
did
liked-
connecting it.
I also like the shot right before this, right? Was like they show the shot of him bouncing his leg, right? So you could see the tension.
Yeah.
Like that to me, they've done that a couple of times where it was like adding these little human elements to like you would in a movie. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the ice cube thing that they showed on Genosha once that we talked about, like him bouncing his leg. Like I just really love that little like those touches I thought were really
little
really cool.
details.
Yeah.
Because
I also-
he came a long way from like the first season of the first show. Like pretty
Mhm.
much after the first season, I think he was on their side after that, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, dude. Like that's now we're just getting ridiculous. Now we're just getting ridiculous.
What?
What? Now we're just
And
getting
human
ridiculous.
elephants?
Right, come on. Like I like that's just a stumble. Come on.
I missed it.
I said instead of human elements, I said elephants. I immediately corrected.
Oh,
him.
I didn't even.
But he's so
I didn't hear
fast.
you. I didn't know either.
They're so yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's so fast. Damn, Kevin, you really hanging on every word. You got a crush on me?
Living rent free.
He's
Yeah,
offended.
we're-
He's offended about the Alpha Flight comments.
Oh, that's what we're still on the alpha.
Yeah. He won't let it go.
I do
Okay.
like that fight is a category on there. Just fight.
Well, wasn't
That's
that on
kinda
the cards? Wasn't that on the cards?
I don't
though?
think fight was one of them. They
Yeah.
definitely had strength and speed, power
Yes.
level, energy
Any-
level, something like that.
Any card I remembered would be like fighting ability, not
Fighting
just
ability,
fight.
right.
Yeah.
Just fight.
but not global danger,
Not global.
Which
Yeah, I
is-
don't remember Global Danger. That's a good one.
which
to
is
put on
already
there.
going off
yeah.
the page.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
off the
literally.
chart
That's
right
true.
there.
I didn't even notice that. It's literally off the page.
It's a good catch.
And then I
didn't
also
see
took a
that either.
screenshot of this because like I wanted to try to see if I could see what the codes were,
Mm.
but it just looks like use code Sentinels. Josh
Oh,
Brown's.
JoshBrown.com. Nice. Well
Nice
played. Well
plug,
played.
nice
Very well
plug.
played.
That was
I
a
didn't
good
have
call.
enough time to
20%
actually Photoshop that on.
I was
Oh,
like, you should have, dude.
You're like
Oh.
zoom in, enhance. What is
Yeah.
Did he
enhance?
edit
I-
this after the fact?
I was gonna do that, but then like too many things were happening before I got on stream, and then I was like, oh man, I forgot to Photoshop that, but I will.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
good
Pretty
enough
good.
for like a story for
Yeah.
to
Yep.
promote it for sure.
That's really good.
This is a hard one to take a screenshot of. Was like Nightcrawler. Oh, there we go. Was Nightcrawler teleporting and hitting Bastion while he's flying?
Yeah, sweet.
Well, why out of all things? Why is he using a wrench?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I noticed.
I didn't
that.
even notice that until I took the screenshot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes him
that's
the
weird.
German. It makes him the German mechanic from Indiana Jones. It's
This
So
part
in the
was
comics, doesn't
Go ahead.
Bastion kill Nightcrawler?
He does,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Oh.
So like
That's Second Coming, I think.
during this scene, I was getting really worried that he was going to get impaled
Mhm.
or like teleport into one of
I was
Ashen's
thinking the
arms.
same thing, actually. I didn't think that they would kill off another major character this episode, but I definitely crossed my mind for the same reason.
Yeah.
Because he died saving somebody. I think he jumped in front of. I don't remember who it was though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I know, like when I knew that in the back of my head. So like as I was watching, I was like, really hope he doesn't die. Really hope he doesn't die.
Yeah.
But if he died, then I was like,
Yeah.
Kinda
In my head, it was like, oh, cool, spare Nightcrawler, but not Wolverine. Okay.
Wolverine got more Nightcrawler got more badass fight scenes than Wolverine did.
He did.
Well, he was in a fight scene with Wolverine too.
He was, yep.
Yeah.
So they shared that one, and then Nightcrawler had this.
Yeah, Wolverine didn't
really
get
just
his,
had the
he
one.
didn't even get his own. Like
Yeah.
he had to share it with Nightcrawler. Yeah.
And Nightcrawler was only in
my God.
5 episodes, maybe.
Thanks, man. That would have been incredible.
That
Yes.
would have been amazing.
Those spots are incredible.
So this
Yeah.
this is why I didn't. I couldn't really Photoshop it. My sister was
Wait,
parking a
what?
U-Haul truck in my driveway.
I'm glad you told that story because it's just a weird thing to say. Why was she parking a U-Haul truck in the
Because
driveway?
they couldn't fit it in their driveway.
Oh, I like Rick Jones. Nightcrawler comes back like Jesus.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
He went to hell to fight. What the hell was it? He was
Oh,
like
I
I remember
fighting.
that story.
It was weird. He was
Yeah,
fighting
they-
Azazel on a pirate ship
Pirate
in heaven
ship.
or some
And he
stupid
was a
shit.
pirate, yeah. And then he like kind of like came back from heaven to like be with the X-Men again. It was
Very
very
weird.
weird.
He doesn't
Yeah,
go to hell to
really
fight Mephisto. We weren't going to finally get Mephisto after
Ed
watching
McGuinness-
WandaVision every week,
Don't
being
you-
like Mephisto.
Don't you dare
Ed,
say that
Ed
name.
McGuinness's artwork on that run was great, though. I love
Yes,
Ed
that's
McGuinness.
about the only saving grace from that whole amazing X-Men. I think it was right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And there,
Alright,
there
that's
was like
great,
a
that's
short,
about it.
there was like a short Nightcrawler run there too. I think that's when he came back, right? And then he
That,
joined
was
back
that
in. with-
Claremont? Claremont might have written that.
Yeah, I think it was Claremont. I
It
think
Yeah.
you're
was,
right.
yeah.
I don't think I read any of that though.
That was when I came back to reading comics after being away for so long. And then I was like,
I
oh,
didn't know
isn't
if that
really
was
that good.
current continuity either. If that was like an old story, wasn't really sure what that was. Because sometimes Claremont will come back and do like an old, old
Yeah.
continuity story or something. But
Well, it's crazy because they have Claremont basically on, I guess, kind of like a retainer. So like they just have him on, like he's on their payroll, so he can't work anywhere else.
Yep.
Like they're just like, we're gonna hold you here so you don't do anything awesome and
which,
we need
frankly,
you
he hasn't done anything awesome in
in a long
30
time.
years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But when he did,
yes,
That's
Oh
right.
no! Don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
if it wasn't for him, the X-Men wouldn't be nearly as popular as
agree.
they are.
I
now.
just don't think I'd worry about him now if I
Yeah.
was there.
It's like-
but
It's like the guy that invented duct tape. He didn't do anything great after that. He didn't need
Yeah.
to. You
Yeah,
know?
you didn't need to.
true.
Now John Byrne, on the other hand, he's literally just making stories of classic X-Men, and Marvel wants nothing to do with it. Like
Weird.
he's just like, it's called Elsewhen, like X-Men Elsewhen, I think, or Elsewhere. And he's drawing it and writing it, and you would think that Marvel would be like, "Oh yeah, we could sell this. Let's get him on the payroll and just let him do his thing." He's like, "I'm just doing this to get it out of my system because I want to draw."
It's
Draw
called
X-Men.
X-Men Don't Sue Me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's all free. You can look it up and read it, and it's all he
That's
puts
cool.
it
I
up
didn't-
online, and he to make sure he doesn't get sued. And, yeah.
It's weird because they've given him books over the years like that. I think X-Men Forever was him, right?
Yes.
So those were kind of like continuing from where he left off. Like I'm
Yes.
surprised they don't do something like that again.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, why don't you just make this a book? Like people
There's got to
would
be a
eat it
market
up.
for it.
Yeah,
He can't want too much money if he's doing it for free.
yeah,
Sure.
really.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What happened?
Josh Brown was worried about the Bamp moves too. See,
Yeah.
Josh
'Cause
Brand.
I thought it was going to be one of those things. He's doing something really badass, and then he's impaled by a wing.
yeah,
Yeah.
would have given the Wings a reason to be there.
True.
Yeah.
True. Josh Brown also wants to know what we're talking. 26 footer. How big was the U-Haul?
It takes up my whole driveway,
All right.
so
No.
I had to move the car.
So
Oh my gosh.
Oh
I gotta move the car.
Oh, the humanity.
my God.
So we get the
humanity. The humanity.
get
Then we
the-
get the what would you say? Good.
big optic blast from the game, right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
That was a cool moment.
Yeah, there's been a couple times where they've let him really unleash in the
Yeah.
show, which was cool.
Yeah, it's been great.
'Cause
For
that's
the
always been a
Cyclops
thing in the
fans.
comics too. Like when he really wants to let loose, he can do some damage.
Yep.
Well, they also let Wolverine let loose when he was falling from the sky. They did a bunch of moves from the game.
Why do you say that? I didn't say anything about Wolverine. What? Why?
No, I'm just
what are
saying,
you
like,
doing?
because we're talking about like from the games.
Yeah, Rogue did some things in that where she was
The diving
breaking
kick?
into that army.
Yeah,
bunker.
the kick
Yep.
from the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that was cool.
Nightcrawler did his jumping kick from the old Sega game at
Yes.
the end.
Yes.
When they're in Egypt.
Did not
Saw
catch
that.
that.
Yep.
I was like,
You
oh,
did.
I
Did not
remember
catch
that.
That's cool.
Oh, that Sega game was so good.
Yeah, so hard though.
The one you had to turn off.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that
So
irritated me
harsh.
the most was you had to swap out your mutants. Like you couldn't play with multiple mutants.
I
It's
know.
like,
You have
let
to
me
pick
use
one.
from Beast, let me use a little bit from Nightcrawler, a little bit from Wolverine.
That bothered you? The fact that using Wolverine's claws used up the mutant power?
Yeah.
That didn't bother you? That bothered the shit out of me.
Oh no, it all bothered me. It's
Oh,
like,
it all
why can't I
bothered
just roll in with everybody like in the
Yeah.
Konami game?
Yeah.
I had friends, damn it. They wanted to play.
I didn't, so it was easy.
We have Jubilee tapping into that power that she saw her future self do
Mhm.
use, right?
Yeah, that was a good reason for that
throwback.
episode to exist. I like that
Yeah,
there was at least
totally.
a reason we could look back to instead of just
Yeah.
like filler episode.
Yeah. Yeah, it
You
was
know what,
very
if you're
odd.
gonna-
But like, it was very odd. Out of all of the episodes, that was the one that like had like a normal pacing to it.
Mhm.
Yes, it's true. It felt the most
Like,
like the original
yeah.
show in that way.
Yeah, yeah. And
In
then
that, like, you know, there were some useless episodes in the original show too, and
Mhm.
that was kind of one of them here. Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
I also felt like that was kind of the calm
Fancy.
before the storm,
Yeah.
yeah,
right?
was
that was
the
all
last
episode
normal
4. I
day.
think. Yep.
I
That
like
was
what
when
you
shit
did
got
there.
real. Episode 5.
Yeah, they
before
called me for the storm.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Wow.
nice.
I see what
But
you did
also,
there.
it was like, you know, it was another way to tell the audience, hey, to just like, you know, when you grow up, you can't expect everything to be the same. Meaning, you might lose the next men next week.
Yeah, right.
You might lose an X-Men next week. Oof. But by the way, like of all the episodes to have as a filler episode, that was a damn good episode for it to be a filler
That was a good
episode.
filler episode.
You know what I mean? Like it's like if that's the worst episode we get in this whole run, I'll be
Well,
okay with that.
I
You know
would
what
have
I mean?
enjoyed the whole thing in a whole a lot better if the pacing, all the episodes had
Yeah.
the pacing of that episode.
Yeah.
No,
I
yeah.
agree.
They would have covered less ground, but they would have had way more to do next season too.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they burned through a
They
lot.
did.
Well,
They did. There's still a lot left, but yeah, they did burn a lot of stories, no question.
Yep.
They basically did this season like as if it was like their last one that they can do. Like they weren't sure if they're gonna come back for the next one. I
Which
mean,
is
the
weird 'cause I think they
showrunner
were
was
free- Yeah,
fired before this even aired.
We still don't know why officially, right?
We don't know why.
Officially, we don't know why. Yeah, but I mean, when
But
we
he
talked
still
to-
wrote the second season, I think, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did.
He wrote the second season, turned it in, and then I think that's when they let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
but again, like we didn't, you know, we talked about this a little bit on the last show. I think it's like they wrote this as if they didn't know they were going to get a second season, right?
Right.
So it's like
That's why the pace
do
is
as
like
much.
this.
Yeah, let's break next speed, do as much as we can.
it's weird though because I thought this was like a season 2 was greenlit really early on. I could be wrong about that, but I
It
thought I
was.
remembered hearing that they were recording lines like ages ago for season 2. But maybe that did come, you know.
Well, they
quickly.
greenlit season 2. I think the second or third episode aired.
Yeah.
But I think they were already working on it because they were recording lines already, I think, for season 2 before this even started airing. I think
They've
the
already
voice
been working
actors
on
had
it.
said things about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they say the gap for the next season is going to be pretty short? Like, I'm
Yeah,
guessing
I
we'll
hope
probably
so.
see it sometime
I
next
hope
year.
so.
Right? So
I hope so.
Oh,
That'd be
really?
great.
Sometime this
Yeah.
year? That'd be
no,
amazing.
next year.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you got me all
If
hyped
it's
up.
even a
Yeah.
year, that's a miracle. That would
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
great.
Rick
It's gonna be
Jones,
even, it's gonna be
showrunner
even
fired under
shorter
this-
for season 3.
showrunner fired under mysterious circumstances. X-Men 97 season 2. The reason the showrunner was fired. That would be great. I think we should just solve that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very controversial.
Sorry, guys.
Answers all my questions.
Yeah.
Why is it the Jubilees Jubilee's hit is the one that did the most damage to Bastion.
Well, he's been getting his butt kicked for a little while here. I mean, he just
Look
got
at him.
blasted. He
I
just
guess
got
nobody else
blasted too.
Nobody else was hitting him with fire, I guess. Like even
guess.
Cyclops' beam is just impact.
Yeah. It's all
Rogue is
physical.
blunt force. So that's the best I can come up with. I don't think. Well, maybe Sunspot maybe should have done some damage too, but
Yeah.
he also doesn't know how to use his powers, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty gnarly how he looked in that.
Mhm.
After all that,
It was weird that it was just like he flew up there to destroy everything, and then it was just like, oh, we'll just take him out easy. It's like, then why didn't you guys go fight him and send the other team to fight Magneto? Like you guys, like they took care of him quick
because
and
they had
easy.
to get the adamantium out, Cheney.
And Cyclops is like, I stand by my decision, damn it. Yeah. I don't care.
And it felt good to blast Professor X too.
Yeah, yeah.
Omega Weapon 13 says, have you ever held a firework in your hand while it was lit up? That's why it's the most damage.
Oh, okay.
You just don't close it.
Clarifying.
Her fireworks. I'll see myself out.
All right,
Oh,
makes
God.
sense.
Right, and then we get a line about family, right? And then or no, he delivers a line. Bastion delivers a line about family and says that's when my family is going to show up. And then I think we get what I'm going to call the best line delivered by Beast of the entire season in this next shot, right?
In
Or
this
does he
shot,
not take- in this shot. Oh, the Greeks do love their horses and their irony. Is the best fucking line.
I have to say, my favorite Beast line of the whole series was when the elevator opens and he says, I think one of us has the wrong floor. I crack up at that every single time still. I swear to God, I think that's the funniest thing. Because it's just like this big thing, the tongue, flops out. It's delivered perfectly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a couple, he didn't have much to do this season, but he had a couple.
He delivered a couple good ones. Yeah. But this
I got this Beast head sculpt on eBay like a couple of years ago after I bought the Beast figure. I don't know who made this head sculpt, but there's like two other ones that it came with. Here, I don't
It's
know.
Anthony's Customs.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Anthony's Customs.
It's
that's
amazing.
awesome.
Yep.
yeah, it's a good
It's
one.
the best
think I
animated
have
one
it
I've
too.
seen.
Damn. That's
I'm
nice.
pretty sure we're gonna see Beast.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
body's
Yeah.
already made. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have the perfect body. They just need a
Yep.
good cartoon head.
Maybe we'll get a full set of hands too. That'd be nice.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
'cause
didn't
we
we
got it
get
with
a
Nightcrawler, right? Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
we got
they did it with
fists this time,
Nightcrawler.
so
Yep.
maybe we'll
But
get
did it-
like an actual set of fists and open hands for Beast. That'd be nice.
Mhm.
We didn't get a full set of hands on Grey
No.
Beast?
For who, sorry?
The
No,
Grey
I
I
Beast?
think it was.
No, he got the
Fists
same.
and,
They
partial
had
or-
they had alternate
okay.
hands, but they weren't like two sets, like a set of fists, a set of open.
Got it. Got it.
Like I don't think we've gotten wide open hands. I think we've just
Just
gotten
the
the kind
one.
of gripping almost.
Well,
He
what,
just has
what was
that
it?
one, right?
One fist and
Yeah.
then one open hand. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they'll sell us a pinless one after that.
Oh yeah.
Right after. In like a box set. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get the shot, but Sauron made it a cameo
Oh, that
via
was cool
Morph.
too.
Yeah.
I love all the Morph cameos. They've been so fun.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one I didn't like was Magic because it just didn't make sense. Like
It-
I
not at
understand they
all,
wanted to have
especially
Magic in the
that
Inferno
costume.
thing.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense. Like
Well-
we have never seen Magic that
She
I'm
never
aware
showed
of.
up
We've
in the
seen
other
Ilyana,
cartoon.
but not Magic.
But wait a
She
second.
never-
Wait a second. If you're saying that Magic was the one that originally died to throw off to set off the account with Magneto.
No.
here.
That's comic books. This is different. We're
No, I
talking about
know.
the original show
Uh,
because she was just a kid in the original show.
Yeah,
she
she was-
never
she
turned
was
into
only a kid.
magic.
I know. But I'm wondering if Morph turns into Magic to act as almost like a spoiler, not a spoiler, but like as a things to
homage.
come because it happens so early, right? Because he turns into Magic when they're fighting Goblin Queen, and we
I
don't
think
know that
it's-
Gambit's gonna die yet.
Yeah, I think it was more just because she was really important in the Inferno storyline that they blitzed through in 25 minutes or 20
Yeah.
minutes, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think that's why, but it felt like, oh yeah, she was in the comic and let's throw her in, but like we've
Okay.
never seen her. Like
Yeah,
so
she
that
did-
means she's existing now and has a costume and everything. and Morph knows what she looks like and what she fights like, and she uses a big sword. It was just, I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah.
That
I
threw
don't
me
know if it
off
was like
too.
a
'Cause
thing
I was
to-
like, they never showed her. She was never a part of the X-Men. She never looked like that in the original
Right.
show. So where is he getting his reference from?
Yeah, she
Because
was
it's
literally
like-
a little girl.
yeah, yeah,
And
Yeah.
she's pretty young in the comics even, but
yeah.
yeah, I felt like that's when they should have held back and just used, next season or something, have her actually finally appear. I thought that would have been cool.
That would have been
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of backstory with her too, like
And then
all the
even like
limbo
her,
stuff and
her Dark Child form. It's like
Yep.
none of that,
cool.
none of that was touched upon whatsoever. Like,
Yep.
why are you dipping into that? Like, yeah, that
It-
threw me off.
it was like an unearned cameo.
yes.
Most of them are fairly earned. Like even I'm trying to think, Archangel was in his not classic
was in
Archangel,
his
like he had the
blue.
white and blue costume, right?
Yeah.
So even that was kind of strange. Like
Well, he showed up towards the end of the original cartoon looking like that.
did he? Okay. If that's the case, then
he had
that's
the
totally
blue
fine.
and white. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Towards the end, he had that because he was rocking his sweet mullet back then too. So
There's a lot of mullets back then.
A lot of
Yeah.
sweet mullets.
A lot of mullets.
A lot of sweet mullets.
And then this is the whole family thing, right? There's like when
Yeah.
Cyclops tries to talk him down.
Yeah, he says. He decides they decide to do it. They decide to take a walk in Xavier's path.
Yeah.
I didn't love this. I gotta say.
I'm with you on it.
I really like the line from Bastion. It's kind of how I felt. Like I wiped out thousands of you and you're trying to recruit me.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
that's kind of how I felt about it. Like
yeah.
you
Yeah.
could not want to kill him, but recruiting him after everything that happened and everything that's currently happening felt weird.
mhm.
Also,
I
Rogue and
agree.
Cyclops look like they've seen some shit.
I was gonna say I don't think Rogue agrees with what's happening right now either. I think
Yeah,
Like
I
I've
think
been
Rogue's-
through.
Rogue's
think
gonna
she-
keep her mouth shut, but I don't think she agrees with what's
I
happening.
think she doesn't. She even have a line though, saying agreeing with Cyclops that they should. It felt really weird from coming from her. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she says something about them being a family or whatever, and I don't know. That seemed
I
weird to
love-
me. She was willing to kill Trask.
Yeah.
She was willing to
Yeah.
join Magneto and keeping the power off on Earth. Basically, like there was just some. Yeah, I don't know. Here, it's like she's like trying to make everyone forget that she joined Magneto during all this. Like she's,
Yeah.
you should join up with us. Like, just gang, come on.
yeah.
It,
Yeah,
it
that's a
just
great
was-
idea, Cyclops.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like she was kind of trying to blend back into, so everybody would forget what she did.
And she's like getting the blood out of her shirt. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Machu, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say I love this picture just because of all the classic costumes. Like it's just it's so cool to like. I love that they did that little switcheroo at the end and went kind of like more retro with the costumes. I thought that was
It-
really.
The
Nice
Jubilee
touch.
one just sticks out like a
I
sore
know
thumb
it
to
does.
me.
I know
though.
it does.
Like I'm just
but-
like, come on.
yeah.
She bought that on a mall.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
still, I think the rest of them, like, it's
Yeah.
cool to see Jean and Cyclops and Storm, and I mean, yeah, it's just cool. I like that giant size team, right? So I like when I
Yeah.
get to see kind of those costumes back in action. It's pretty sweet.
Because
and that's
Jubilee
why-
didn't have an
and-
older costume to go back to either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was kind of wearing the oldest thing she ever had.
They definitely
Yeah.
did it to sell toys because I went and
And-
bought this.
And that's why they should have just went with Pride of the X-Men instead of X-Men 97.
You want the Australian Wolverine back?
No. I was really happy that this show canonized the brown suit Wolverine that Mondo made a Pride of the X-Men version of. That was cool because that
Yeah.
made that much more valuable to have.
Yes.
love that costume. It's my favorite.
Oh, it's great.
We still have like 20 minutes of show left to talk about.
I know.
don't
I
we?
know. And then, so the missiles are on their way from Earth.
Yeah. Yeah, yada 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 missiles, yada yada yada.
Yada, yada.
It's
Shit
all right.
happens.
They'll figure it out, guys.
Another cameo.
Yep.
I forgot about this one. Oh, that's
Wonder
right.
who that
Morph
guy
turns
was.
into it. Morph turns into John Krasinski. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't even try to save Jubilee. Jubilee
he
just gets
doesn't
sucked
care.
out.
He puts her in Jello instead. No, I was kidding.
He puts her in jello. I got you. I got you.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks.
yeah.
It was a long
Gotcha.
shot, but
It was. I got it. Love it.
Am I the only one that was thinking at this point when she's like flying out? It's like, how could she breathe out there?
I
I was wondering that too.
Yeah,
I was like, aren't
yeah.
they in space? And then they
Yeah.
look back, and then the other X-Men are all in blue, and like, oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah, she doesn't need to breathe. Okay.
I think they're within the atmosphere, but still so far up that
Yeah.
She's
it
holding
should
her
be-
breath.
It should be
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah, it should be.
She should be
the
cold.
oxygen should be so thin that she can't breathe
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, this is where Iron Man's suit would be shutting off.
Mhm.
Be frosting over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then I was trying to look for somebody made this kind of so oh yeah we got this this was a nice moment.
This is a cool one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you trying to do? Trisha?
No, because what I'll
Before
talk
we
about
get
this.
into that, yeah.
Yeah, we get into that because there was a comment that somebody made. I don't know if we started before. We didn't. Okay, I'm gonna look back for it, but go for it. Keep going.
Okay. And then we get this in the diner scene. DeMayo's diner, right? That was the
DeMayo.
yeah.
I like how he's just hanging out there. He's like, yeah, there's really not much for me to do. So
Yeah.
I was just gonna go to the
Missing an arm.
back.
yeah.
We got
Everything's
disarmed.
happening up there. I missed my
Yeah.
Sentinel ride.
Yeah. Yeah. Why didn't he get on the?
I mean, he's missing an arm.
Yeah, I
he
guess he
would have
can't.
had a hard time. And the guns are huge.
Yeah.
You need 2 arms for those.
Yep.
But didn't he just psychic blast his mother away before? Like,
And doesn't this whole conversation revolve around how he's missing in the action? 'Cause, like he talks about like how the
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
because you're sitting in a diner. That's why you're missing out on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
You could have hopped on the
helped.
Sentinel too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I guess there's no room for me to fit in. And they're like, "There's another seat."
Well,
here." No,
he's
it's
kinda-
cool.
He's kind of a big guy, so yeah.
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 He's
He's
missing
cramped.
an arm, so
Like they're all hopping in, and he's like, "All right, let's go there." Oh yeah, no.
Wait, we're a little over the weight limit here.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
wait
you're
for the
like
next
7
Sentinel.
feet- You're like 7
Wait for
feet
the
tall
next
for some
Next
reason.
Sentinel.
Yeah. You're really big, and you don't have an arm, so you're probably not gonna do any help. So
No
just go to
guns
the
are
diner
heavy.
and hang
Take-
out and
Take your
Look-
pouches and
take your
which
take your
I'm a pouch guy, so I'm not actually hating on it. I actually love seeing
take your,
it.
take your
Pouches.
signature life-filled patches and go
Yeah.
hang out in the diner.
If that guy did one thing right in his life, it's give people pouches.
It's
Yes.
give people
And
all.
I'm
the
a fan of it.
Oh, I love it.
This
I
was a
do
cool
like
scene,
that.
though.
This is what my eyes really look like, but you're fucking blue and translucent. Like,
Good thing this isn't a psychic vision.
yeah, like I get what you're going for here, Scott, but I can't really see
Thanks,
anything.
Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's just, oh, thank God my father didn't raise me.
Yeah.
this is an okay boomer moment here.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
another great decision by Cyclops.
Yeah, he's like, number one, okay, you're my dad, you're not my mom. What the hell is happening
Yeah.
right now?
So they're trying to. I kind of gather they're trying to argue that that Madeline kind of merged with Jean, right? Like they're
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah,
Whether
they're trying
that
to
actually
like
works or
shoehorn
not.
that in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got all the same memories, and I'm not sure if that happened in the comics. That's an era I'm a
No.
little less familiar with.
Yeah. Same here.
But they're
As far
definitely
as
trying
I
to
was
kind of have their
concerned,
cake
they're-
and eat it too here.
Yeah, they're like two different people. And like they even address that like later on, like when Cable shows up and he's like talking to Eugene, mom, but you're not my mom.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. You're not my mom.
yeah.
You're my stepmom. Get out of the dryer. Get stuck in the dryer. God.
I have no idea why that's so funny.
Yeah, sure. No
I don't
one
even
does.
get it.
No. Not funny at all.
Yeah. It happens.
People can get hurt getting stuck in the dryer. It
Oh my
happens.
god.
You gotta help them out of there.
You gotta help them out. Funny at all. What's the next scene, Matthew?
Oh,
Yeah.
so you do notice that there are tears in his eyes as he's saying goodbye, right? And then
Yeah.
it cuts to.
They're
Blue
blue,
tears.
but yeah, I see it.
I didn't ask what color the tears were.
Number 19. Oh, that's a wrong show. Sorry.
Yeah.
Different show.
I had to get the screen grabs from somewhere.
Toy Daddy's number 19.
But yeah, you see the tears are also in his eyes as he's doing the
I only
splash.
see
I didn't
red.
notice that.
I didn't notice that either.
Yeah, so that's what they cut back to. And then I did see this Easter egg that people were saying that it's 1996.06 because it's supposed to be a call to
Fatal
Onslaught.
Attractions?
Fatal Attraction. Oh.
No, Fatal Attractions would have been sooner, I guess.
Yeah, because it came out in June of 1996. The
could
issue with
be.
Onslaught.
Yeah, we were talking before you guys came on. Me and Jay Sean
So
were-
this was
about
going to
that.
come up later, but yes, it says June 1996 on it. So I bought this thinking this episode was going to go a little different. It's the first appearance of Onslaught. And
I have that, but mine's not
pretty
slabbed.
yeah, it's the first slabbed one I've ever gotten because I really thought we were heading towards Onslaught here.
Yeah. Onslaught.
I did too.
June 1st, 1996.
Yep. So
X-Men
I
53.
did not catch that Easter egg. Did not get that.
And
That's
boy,
cool.
were you wrong.
Yeah.
Boy.
But
We still might get Onslaught though.
I
Yeah,
was
they
just going to
laid a little
say
bit of
that
groundwork.
actually gives me more hope. There's something else that happens later that's a slight hint for it, but I feel
Mhm.
like they kind of, if that's the way they're going, I feel like they kind of stumbled a little bit. Like they're
Yeah.
not, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah.
The thing is, with the current pacing, it'll be like the first episode, and then it'll be done.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be over. It'll
It's
be
funny
over.
you say that
Yeah.
because Josh and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago when it kind of seemed like they were heading that way. He said he was afraid that they were going to burn it in the season finale of the show, and I'm like, you know what? I can't even say that's impossible because they've introduced Captain America, and that was one of the things that like all the Avengers had to join in this fight, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
oh my god, they wouldn't do that, would they? That would be
Yeah.
insane. But
It
the
was
fact that there is
entirely
even
possible.
a fraction of a possibility is crazy.
Yeah.
But
Cheney, I still get thrown when people call you Josh. I still get like, who the I'm like looking around. I was like, who the fuck is
you know why? Because I've
Josh?
known him from ACB.
No, I know.
And I knew him as a
Yeah.
podcaster. So you've just, you've always been Josh to me.
I thought you meant Josh in the chat. I was like,
Yeah, I thought you
yeah.
meant Josh Brown.
Been chatting?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Maybe him
forget.
too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they're the only people that call me that are people at work. Everybody else calls me Cheney, even my wife.
Cheney.
But, yeah, it's hilarious.
So we cut back to Morph and Wolverine.
Yep.
Yeah, this was weird.
Morph does his thing.
Yeah, this was
Morph
weird.
does-
He shot a
This is why
shot. I
Wolverine
mean,
likes him hanging around.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
Well, he can turn into anyone, so
Yeah. Josh Brown. Me?
I will say I mean, it's clear at this point that that Morph, loves
Has feelings.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
I have to say I don't have a huge problem with it as long as it's not requited. You know what I mean? That would be a weird way to go to me.
I also-
But if Morph has feelings for Wolverine, that doesn't bother
no,
me at
yeah,
all.
that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
Also,
It's
if
just
they
if they
don't,
actually follow through on it, that's
if they
Yeah.
also don't go like the like relationship route, right? Like, there's also a
Yeah.
thing that's like, what a bro thing to do, right? Like, you gotta admit that hearing this girl's like voice is gonna bring you
maybe
back
help them
around.
pull through.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, we even saw that a little bit. I think it was the second episode. I know it's not quite the same, but like when everyone was bumming out over, I think Storm, right? And Wolverine's sitting in the tree, and he turns into Sabretooth and
Yeah.
throws
Yeah.
the beers at him.
yeah.
Like, oh man, that's super cool, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's
he's
a
a
good
good bro.
friend.
yeah.
knows how to cheer him up.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah. Morph's about to arrange a marriage ceremony. Switch back after the I do.
Yeah. Oh god.
Did you guys know that he plays the same voice actor plays the president?
Oh
Senator
really?
Kelly.
Which
Oh,
is
I
which is
can-
pretty
Kelly?
cool because in the first episode he's watching
He
TV
turns-
and he mocks him. Yeah.
And he turns
That's
into the
actually pretty
president.
cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is
Yeah.
actually pretty cool.
I didn't know that till a couple weeks ago that he was actually
That's
voicing
funny. Yeah.
yeah, President Kelly.
When
Yeah,
I get in
would've-
trouble in school, I just turned into the principal.
It would have made more sense for me if like Gene was actually there with him the whole time because it like would have been like more on character with a lot of things.
Well, yeah, she could have literally come over and done this. That's
Yeah.
true. I didn't really think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
You could have gotten the real thing. Like, hey, Morph could have gone there and said, "Hey, could you do me
Yeah,
a solid?"
yeah,
I think
get-
it would
get
mean a
over
lot
here.
to him if
Yeah, he's calling for you right now. Like
right.
he's kind of in, he's kind of in dire straits here. He's kind of saying your name. Can you go talk to him, please?
I know everybody else forgot about this, but it would have been a cool touch to just have Morph turn into somebody strong. Well, I guess he doesn't even need to be as strong now because he doesn't have the adamantium, but just someone in the background just lugging his lifeless body around pretty much.
Yeah.
Just to show us you didn't forget about him.
It's a shame that Morph doesn't like break the fourth wall. He'd be like, I know everybody forgot about this, including the fucking writers. But I didn't. Yeah. Oh.
Well, Gene was also trying to hold up the asteroid.
Oh, that's true. Gene was on the asteroid at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this this would be going back a little bit, but I meant to mention this earlier. So when the Sentinel leg is pushing down on Bastion, they're trying to recruit him. Before they were trying to recruit him, I was really expecting that we were going to see Bone Claw Wolverine come in and just fucking wreck him right there.
That would have been awesome.
Everybody else is right there, and they're kind of fighting for their lives. And if he just came in and just took him out right there, as Sentinel fucking squashes him, I thought that would have been a cool give Wolverine another really moment. Cool. Kind of thing. So I was
Wolverine.
I was expecting it because he was in a perfect position. He's like locked in place. Beast is keeping him in place, and they just come over and like, okay, I guess Wolverine's all right. Even if he fucking passed out after that or something.
Yeah.
Like just this is the last thing he had in him, and he just fucking takes him out, and then drag my corpse to the fucking Blackbird.
Instead, everybody forgot about him.
Yeah.
Yep.
This scene literally is just in this because it's like, and Wolverine's still here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all
we
we
didn't
got
see him
from
between
Wolverine.
his bone or his adamantium getting pulled out in this. I think that's the only time we saw
It's
him.
the only time, yeah.
Yep.
Him and when he was.
Oh no, you got that scene with Cyclops.
With
That one scene.
Cyclops.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Between that and this.
But it's basically just
That's
this
what you
again,
did.
right?
Yeah, basically it's the same. I think Wolverine's exactly the same positioning and everything.
Well, in the beginning of the show, you see him like laying on the ground, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think that's when they're
shot.
first tending to him. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is when Xavier is still in Magneto's head.
Oh yeah, that's still happening too. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this is still happening. He's just like, hey man, no, it's all good. Like,
Hold on. What is going on in the chat here?
Uh-oh.
We're bringing back our best callback.
They're trying to talk.
Oh, you guys want us to talk about Alpha Flight?
I mean, we can talk about it. They want it.
Oh, we should, Ab.
I guess we should
As
be
they
talking
should,
about
Abe.
Abe.
Should
Abe.
be.
As they should, Abe.
Who's Abe?
I don't know.
Simpson? Abe Simpson?
Yeah.
Back in my day. I use shredded Alpha Vibe books as packing material. It's cheaper than actually shredding paper.
I can see
Definitely go to Josh Brown's website and use code Sentinels and order some stuff.
Use code Sentinels for 20% off, and he will pack it with Alpha Flight comic books. So, Abe Froman.
All right, so Charles tells Magneto who he is, and he kind of wakes up.
He believes him. He's like, okay,
he believes
cool.
himself.
I don't remember anything, but you're this guy, so yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So here's where they started to veer away from the Onslaught path. That it really seemed like they were heading towards. So when Xavier basically takes Magneto's mind, he goes catatonic.
Yeah.
The next time you see Magneto, or what you think is Magneto, he's Joseph.
Yep.
Yes.
Which is just a clone of Magneto, has these powers, doesn't know how he got him, doesn't remember anything, so he's an amnesiac. It seemed like that's where we were heading. He was going to revert to a amnesiac version of himself who would just believe whatever Xavier's telling him and whatever these other X-Men are telling him, has magnetic powers. Yep. And Joseph was part of the team during Onslaught. So if they had stopped just a couple minutes earlier, it would have been the perfect setup for Onslaught.
Well, here's
the fact that he came back.
Sorry.
That's all good.
Sorry. Rick's looking for the Sausage King of Chicago.
And Mario's
Mario,
right here, baby.
Mario answers the call. Here he is.
I'm here.
Oh my god.
Got your sausage right here.
Yeah. I thought the same thing though, Brendan. I thought for sure that's where they were heading to.
Yeah. They had it. It was literally a perfect setup until they just decided, no, we're doing this other thing.
Well, it's
No,
crazy
that was
too, because
disappointing.
it's like they bring him back to help to do the thing, and then it's like, oh no, they all just go to get time displaced anyway. So it's completely
Exactly.
There's no, it's pointless. There's no
They could
reason
have
for
had
it.
they could have had Magneto end up in, I don't even remember what fucking state he ends up in. He ends up on a farm basically.
Yeah,
As an
catatonic and just-
amnesiac, and then he
Yeah.
starts to learn more about himself, and he's drawn to the X-Men or whatever.
Yeah, they
It's-
could have literally
yeah.
had him be like, a vegetable, and Cyclops
Mhm.
throw him out of the window, and then he would have fell down to Earth. Like,
Yep.
it's been all, you're done now. We don't need you anymore. And then they all blipped and disappeared.
Yep.
Like, it was pointless to do this. Like, absolutely pointless.
So yeah, Magneto had quite an arc over the course of these 30 minutes.
Yeah. So Rhino Hobbies is asking, since the show was so successful, is Marvel going to hire Bo DeMeo back? So, Bo,
I don't have the answer to that.
None of us
don't
have
know
that
why.
answer. We don't know why he was fired. So, we can't even speculate.
Well, no,
on that,
to be
right?
fair, someone did come in earlier and said mysterious reasons, right?
Yeah.
Or
so we can't-
circumstances, mysterious circumstances.
Yeah. So we can't. I mean, the show is incredibly successful. We know that from what we've heard is that Bo has had some influence on season 2. I
Yeah.
mean, and it's one of those things, and we've talked about this offline, where it's like, depending on the severity of what contractual obligations were broken or whatever happened, yeah, you bring him back. But if it's also one of those things where it's like you can't bring him back because he did X,
I don't
bring him
even
back.
see it going down like that. I see them going like, it's fine. We don't we're just going to move forward. Like, we're getting, plenty of money from this anyway.
Yeah,
So
and
there
Omega, I don't know if that's official. Like I don't know if that's due to that account.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, like, if you and then we've talked about this before, like, if your contract says you have moral obligation or whatever it is, and you can't have an account like this, and you have an account like this, and you're asked to take it down, and you broke a contract. Like, and that's not me shaming or anything. Like, that's contract stuff. Is that a reason to fire somebody?
Shot in the head.
No.
He's
Is
picking
that
his
reason to
side.
fire somebody? No. But you can bring somebody back from that.
Right.
We don't know what the circumstances are around that. Like, it's just one of those things that it's hard to speculate on something like this. So, yeah.
There's
also-
no way they would have done this lately. That's kind of
Yeah.
my thought. Like,
Yeah,
it was
that's-
literally a day before the premiere or something.
Yeah.
Like,
It was like right before.
like not even the Disney Plus premiere, like the actual theater red carpet premiere.
Yeah.
I at that moment I was like, oof, that must have been bad. Whatever the reason was.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I haven't really actually heard anything concrete. The one thing I did hear, it came out today. So Brad Winderbaum, I don't remember what he is, but he's one of the leadership people on the show. He said that they're going to hire a new head writer for season 3. And then the quote is, "We will have a new head writer for season 3. We're honoring Bo's ideas for the second season." So I think Bo is still going to be credited as the writer for season 2, and maybe not for season 3. Maybe he'll be contributing because they're using some part of the arc that he laid out or something. But one of the things that Bo had said recently too, and maybe it's just somebody who got fired and wants his job back, or wants people to say, "Oh my God, what a huge mistake that was." But he was basically saying that a lot of what made this season good was that he was there for every step of this. He was there with the animators and said, "Oh shit, we should add this." And it wasn't just the overall arc that he was responsible for. It was kind of like little pieces of all these other things that people have noticed and that people have really liked.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe bring him back on as a contractor as opposed to a full-time employee. Then he doesn't have to have the restrictions around the contract that could lead to him having that other fan side type of thing. So, there's ways around it. That's what I mean, depending on how it goes. So,
or possibly it was his idea to put magic in there to have more.
Yeah, and they hated it.
They hated
Like,
it.
fuck out.
They're
You're
like,
done,
"Whoa,
dude.
done.
You're
You're
done."
out. You're out.
Like,
You're out.
my kid, he read those books and he says that's not legit. And he's like, "What? No, I thought it looked cool." He's like, "No, you're out,
No.
dude. Get out of here."
Or he got
anything
fired
about
for
that.
using the Chadwick Boseman voice.
Yeah, that's it. So,
All right.
Kevin
Josh
Feige
Brown,
said not to, and you did it anyway.
Josh Brown, this is absolutely amazing. You can now use code Alpha Flight for 21% off. This is not a drill. And if you're in Canada, Machi, what does that come out to be? Like 78% off in Canadian
like that.
money? Yeah,
No,
it's like
so if you use the code Alpha
huge.
Flight there, it actually just changes your like shipping time to Canadian shipping time. You have to wait, like 5 weeks for your product.
It gets 6 weeks. 6 weeks it'll get to you.
It actually adds $12 to your order.
But now, Josh, I'm assuming you can't stack discount codes, right? So you can't use Alpha Flight and Sentinels for 41% off because that would be
He's
an
going to go check
insane
that
deal.
right now. Just to make
That
sure.
would be an insane deal that you would offer that during this show and only during the time of this live stream that would happen for people to buy those custom heads.
Yeah,
It would
you
have
just
to
don't
add up to
understand.
45% just to
You
make,
have to add up to 45%. But yeah, that Josh, I appreciate that tremendously. That Josh says that would be stupid. That would be stupid. No one would do that. That would be stupid. Yeah.
Oh my god.
79% off Canadian. Kev is running to his wallet as we speak with the bald cap on. To me, my visa. That's what he's saying. Yeah. So,
To me, my visa.
to me, my visa. And then he'll trip. My legs.
you got to get what's his name, Ross Marquand, on the show to voice these things for you guys. He's the one that did Xavier in this show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get
yes.
him.
Or get a cameo or something.
You got money for a cameo? I just spent all my money on Alpha Flight comics. What are you talking about?
So Magneto uses his powers, and
great.
then they just disappear.
Josh Brown doesn't ship internationally yet, so no Canadian deliveries. Sorry, guys.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh.
Sorry, Kev.
Sorry, Canada.
It's only Kevin that wanted it anyway.
Sorry, Canada.
All right. Anyway,
So,
still X-Men going, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
we're almost there, guys. We're almost there.
I don't know, man. I think this is the best show, best
the
stream
best-
that's been on this week.
Season finale.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Who do you think? Who do you think? Do you think this was Magneto's power that did this, or do you think?
I don't even
I
know.
think
External?
I think this is the X-Men MacGuffin, so that they can move the story along to something else.
Yeah, I
What
did
if
they
the
gotta
cable's
explain
arm?
it somehow. I don't know how you explain it.
What
Kang.
if Cable's arm did it?
Kang,
You
right?
know
Kang.
how like
Kang.
you know how
Oh, the arm?
Bastion got the arm or whatever, and it like
Oh,
kind
the
of
arm.
covered him. Like I think they were kind of insinuating that like the techno-organic virus from Cable maybe like kind of merged.
That's
with them,
honestly
right?
that's a good theory because Cable's one of the only people that I feel like could do something like this, kind of body slide people
So-
to different
so
places.
Bastion
That's a pretty solid
Yeah.
theory.
They said computer body slide all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. Split them into three nice
Body,
groups and
just
just
fuck
send them
me
to
up, body
different.
slide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Body slide all the X-Men to different times.
I originally thought it was Kang also because
Mhm,
I think it was what was it? Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
mhm,
Yep.
It looks very similar to this effect. How they
mhm.
to the how Kang used it.
That'd be cool.
Maybe
It'd
they're
be
going to use
interesting
whatever.
if they were going to do something with multiverses in the cartoon universes. I'm not
What
saying
if-
I want that to happen necessarily, but I do
No.
love Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I think
it's
that's
one of-
like
yeah, that was
after
great.
this, like this is probably the best there's ever been now. But that was my number one until this, I would say.
I was going to say
Um,
maybe they're going to use whatever storyline they had for Kang laid out in MCU in this because they can't use it in MCU.
Yeah.
now.
It's not crazy, not crazy at
No.
all. Those are two good theories for something I had zero theories about before. I had no idea why this would happen, or
Yeah.
Why'd they call it E-Day? That's what I was confused about.
Extinction.
Extinction. Yeah, I think
Yeah? Okay.
it doesn't quite fit because I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
Like, no one actually got
Ecstasy, right?
extinct that day,
Ecstasy.
except the Prime Sentinels. I don't know.
I mean, the only thing I was thinking of was like they called, what was it? There was D-Day, and they were like, all right, we'll just go to the next letter. E-Day. or-
What's next?
Yeah,
6
but
months.
there's gonna be
of
F
Ecstasy
Day.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get a little bit of a time jump here. 6 months has passed.
6 months.
This is the clearest shot I got.
6 months passed, and here's Forge inside the X-Mansion. He's like, I went out there looking for 3 days. Nah, I didn't find anybody, so I made this corkboard.
There's
Yeah,
magic
that's
again.
There's
Yeah.
magic.
Yep.
And Kitty
And
Pryde.
closets. Kitty Pryde's up there.
So
Kitty
the
Pryde never
Archangel's a
showed
weird
up
one
in
to
that
me.
one.
Where's
Yeah.
Sasquatch?
Archangel says the same thing that all the Sasquatch.
Where's Vindicator?
I don't see Snow Guard anywhere. Is there another one on the other wall, maybe?
Where the hell is Shaman? Of all the people, of course you know where Shaman is.
Oh my god.
Check the other wall. The other wall must have all the good characters on
Just
it.
turn the camera. Oh
All
my
the
god.
mutants. Ford should know where Shaman is. Damn it.
What were you saying about Archangel?
Archangel's a weird one to me because he's got the same language that the X-Men that were on Asteroid M have, which was missing, presumed dead.
Presumed dead.
And
Well-
he was nowhere to be found. So why? The only thing I could figure, and I don't think they would do this because it doesn't really make sense to do people think that Bastion was Archangel?
I was wondering,
Is he
is
because
it
of the
also
wings?
well,
I
but
don't
was
know.
it also like people that were on Genosha?
Yeah, I think because he was on Genosha.
Did we see him in Genosha?
He was one of the cameos in Genosha.
All right, because I remember Banshee. I didn't remember Archangel.
And here's my
The only time I thought we saw
Morph
Archangel was Morph. Yeah,
Yeah, in Genosha.
I could
By
be
this-
wrong, but I don't remember
And-
seeing him in Genosha.
by this time, everybody's completely forgot about Wolverine. He's not even on the board.
Oh yeah, he's not even on the board.
And now
Really?
bottom left, he's there.
He's there.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because I was wondering, like, did he fly off in the jet or what the hell happened to him?
yeah.
Because
I-
they didn't
I
even
do-
show him later. Like, it's like, yeah, no, we don't really care anymore.
Another
describe him-
favorite villain of mine is Exodus, and I'm just glad to see him on there because he was on Genosha dancing,
Yeah, he was on
which was
Genosha.
weird.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see he survived at least.
Well,
You
it's
got
crazy
Scarlet
to me,
Witch
too,
up there,
because
too.
it's like they didn't tap into him at all, man. Like
No.
he would have held it down in that battle, and like they
I
didn't
thought
even
he was going to
use
have
him.
a
Yeah.
badass moment of some kind.
Yeah, I was waiting for that because I saw him there, and I was like, okay, if anybody, like, he's Omega level as well, so like he would have been able to just
Hit a
tear it
recount
all up.
Yeah.
And he's like a mutant supremacist too. I mean,
Yes.
it makes perfect sense that he
Yeah,
would
he
be.
would've-
Yeah,
He would have annihilated that Sentinel. His
Yeah.
powers are insane.
yeah.
Like,
I love Exodus. He's cool.
He was unused, like
He was
horribly.
fucking dancing on the street.
Yes. Yes. Like at some point in time, you kind of have to like think. You're like, do these people working on this actually like know all of these characters? Because it's like you've got Exodus there. He could have cleaned house.
Yeah.
Like, do
Why
they
is he
know-
alive?
Yeah.
If he didn't fucking die, he should have showed up by now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just how angry Brandon was as he fucking dancing on the street.
That really
As
pissed me off.
if
It really
this is
did.
the
Like,
town in Footloose. Like
there's a million characters they could have shown dancing in fucking Genosha.
And it would have been fine. It would have been fine.
totally fine. And
Yeah.
he's not one of them.
No, not at all. Out of all,
Slightly
like,
out of character.
yeah, made zero sense whatsoever.
So yeah, a little angry about that one.
The key takeaway here is where is Shaman?
where's Shaman? Takeaway. Hashtag where's Shaman?
Yeah.
Hashtag find Shaman. Yeah.
Yeah, find Shaman.
Hashtag find Shaman.
So even Cable is listed as AWOL on the board.
Yeah.
So
Cable, Jubilee, and Sunspot.
Cable likes to do his own thing. I imagine he just is off, I don't know, rebuilding his arm or going back to the future or whatever.
Or he's eating burgers at the diner. You know.
Yeah, he's still there.
He's waiting for his
Yeah.
check at the diner. He can't pay for it. He's got no money on him.
Mom, Dad, what the hell?
Yeah. Thanks for showing me your eyes are mysteriously blue again. I don't know. but
My pouches
can I-
are empty.
Can I borrow
Yeah.
$20?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cooks are getting pretty pissed at me right
Yeah.
now.
Been washing dishes for weeks. Washing dishes for 6 months.
But like who they have left on the board doesn't really fit like a traditional team. Like there's some X Factor, there's some X Force,
Yeah.
there's some, actually there's not really traditional X Force on there at all. But
No,
I kind of feel because I think when they put out some teaser stuff before the show came out, before the trailers or anything, I think Forge team
Brandon trying to grab Exodus while dancing and squeeze his forearm. What was bringing his ear? Not in my Genosha. Doing it like the kids, like he's grabbing it like an angry parent in Disney.
Yeah.
You are embarrassing me. Get over here.
Yeah, no, with the whisper voice. Knock it off right now.
You are 800 years old. You should not be doing this.
Are you kidding me right now? Do you know your power level and this is what you're doing? Get over here.
You are embarrassing yourself.
Unbelievable. Wait till your father hears about this.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's kind of a weird mishmash of, people left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Sorry, that was sexist of me. Wait till your overly strong mother hears about this.
There you go. Good correction.
Sorry, yeah, I want to make sure,
Yeah.
I have strong women friends too, Brandon. Just saying. Sure. And then Bishop shows up because this fucking guy's been gone since episode 2.
He's got to
Yeah.
bookend it.
Yeah.
I
He's
think
like, he
that's the
shows
last
up
thing
and
we
he's
see
like, what
before
I
the
miss?
credits, right?
What I miss.
What I miss?
And we're just all, who the hell are you?
Yeah,
Everyone's
he's
so
never met him
bummed.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they met in Bishop's future,
Mm-hmm.
but not ever in present day.
Right. And he's like, oh, don't worry. You're going to get to know me real well.
Yeah. Oh.
We're going to be friends for a long time. I won't be here all of that time, but
I won't be there.
yeah, we're going to get to know each other.
So this is pretty much the worst way this show could have ended for me. To be honest.
Wait. Bishop waltzing in like he didn't drop a baby in the top.
He never came back to tell them either. Like,
No.
He came back.
The pass during the
I
game.
got some bad news for you.
Well,
You know how
he's,
you
he-
entrusted me with the future of your child?
Yeah, oops.
But I still
Sorry.
got my shotgun.
Not going
my
back
God.
to that
Oh my
timeline.
god! Yes.
This is amazing. Code Alpha Flight has been used.
Excellent.
That's amazing.
nice.
I don't know who used it, but whoever's. I hope you're
You're a
still
hero.
watching.
Speak up
You
in
are
the
a
chat.
hero.
if you
You
used
are
it.
a hero. If you used it, let me know. I will send you an Alpha Flight comic. One of the ones that I win. I'm sure I'm gonna win of the 10 comics that I buy. I will
You're
send,
competing
not
against
only,
people in here now. That's it.
Yes, I will. Not only will if I don't, at the very least, I will send you a sticker pack for using that code tonight. But I will definitely send you something.
Or another
yeah. Yes.
random Alpha Flight comic. It's like,
He bought some
45
headshots. The
cents.
code must have sold out all of your Alpha Flight characters. Jakes, was it really you? If it was really you, DM me, dude. I will send you all kinds of stuff. I will send you all random shit that B2S stuff that we've got here. Don't worry.
More
Oh my
Alpha
God,
Flight
Yeah,
that's
he
than
deserves
we
something
ever
for that.
hoped
That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Hell yeah.
He's a true hero.
All right. So now the team
Beast, pick me up. I can't walk. Sorry.
Yeah. He always holds him though. Like even in
He
the old
does.
show, he always picked
He's
Xavier
always
up.
picking up.
Yeah.
Rogue's just as strong. Pick him up.
Yeah. No,
It's
she
true.
doesn't care.
She's more useful though. You
Yeah.
want her hands free. You don't necessarily need Beast hands free.
Yeah. We love him for his mind, not his
Right.
Yes.
massive.
Oh my
Furry
God.
body.
He's massive for. I like when Beast holds me. He's cozy.
He's cozy.
He keeps me warm.
So the team is split up. One side is in the. What happened now? What did I miss?
Nothing. We're just laughing about.
nothing.
We're
I'm just
laughing about baby Xavier curling up inside
Yeah.
a beast.
Yeah.
In his combat suit.
Yeah, his combat.
Henry,
Yeah.
pick me up now.
Yeah. What uppies, Henry? What uppies?
Chuck one uppies.
That's pretty much what Xavier did to Magneto too. He
Yeah.
climbed up him as he was like,
Yeah.
climbing down,
Yeah, what are you talking about?
which I actually loved. I thought that was actually that was a good like detail.
Yeah. Beast is a stall. Rogue's stronger than me. She could get you. No, me want
No.
Hanky.
Oh my god.
Ah!
So they're in ancient Egypt, and then Scott and Jean are in the future.
Whoa,
what
whoa,
was
whoa,
it?
whoa! You're skipping.
No. Because it cuts
Oh.
back and forth.
It cuts back and
Oh,
forth,
okay. All right.
and then they save a mutant who was getting attacked. What are you laughing at? Now?
uppies?
Chuck one up.
Yeah, laughing at Janie's impression.
So they save a mutant who turns out to be.
In Sabinur.
Thank you, Cheney.
I don't know who this could be. I have no clue.
Yeah, no.
We don't know who he's gonna be.
Yeah, they
It's a
went so
mystery.
far back in time to Egypt. I have no clue
So
who this
far.
character could be.
Top knots were in back then too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns
Voodoo,
out
voodoo,
way
top
back
knot.
in ancient Egypt, it was cool, and in the 90s.
So they've been in style way longer than they haven't been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
You gotta get somebody to draw that.
I'm sure you can even find a picture of him reaching up. Like,
Well, yeah, maybe I'll see if I can get the Xavier crawling up Magneto and
Chamba.
Beast.
Where's Chamba?
Yeah, where's
Get
Chamba?
Yeah, get Chamba on it. There you go.
No, but I want it from like Beast's perspective. We have to get Beast in there somehow.
Oh my god.
he's all, Rogue can literally carry you and fly. Like, you're gonna jumble around if I carry you. Like, yeah.
Use your words, Charles.
Chuck one uppies.
Please.
Oh my god, this is gonna be a 3-hour stream. We're almost at the end.
The stream's
10
over.
minutes.
Chuck
That's 10
one's up.
minutes
He's ended
of-
the stream.
It's gonna be 10 minutes per minute of the actual show.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Chuck,
So the key takeaways so far: Alpha Flight sucks, and Chuck one uppies.
and we have to find Shaman. We have to find Shaman.
Yes, we have to find Shaman, the most
Oh my
important
God.
mutant of all to forge.
All right,
How much
so
does a
Scott-
shaman figure go for?
I think it's got to be a custom.
No, was she in the 5-pack?
Yeah, he was in the 5-pack. Yeah.
I was a 5-pack. Oh, good.
All right, so we the Scotty clan. This is actually Rachel, right? Rachel
Yes,
Summers.
this is Rachel
Yeah.
Summers.
This is Scott and Jean's daughter.
Yes,
Well,
actual real daughter, not half child. This is
not the stepdaughter.
yeah. This is not the clone blood mixed in. This is pure blood here.
This is one of the worst story arcs I've ever read in my life. The Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
It's like
Were they-
unreadable.
Where they
Their
raised
costumes were horrible too.
They basically raise, toddler Cable in the future. So they actually did grow up with him, and it's just I don't know.
It's
like
a
very fan
retcon,
service-y.
guys. It's cool, right?
It's a retcon.
Yeah, 90s Cable before they delved into any of his past was one of the coolest characters ever. And then they started doing crap like this, and it was like,
It's like Boba Fett.
Yeah.
yes,
The
just
more
like
you know,
Boba
the
Fett.
less cool he is.
Yeah,
That's
same
exactly
thing
what
happened
it
with
is.
Wolverine. Like Origin was cool, don't get me wrong, but I would rather not have it and still have that unknown out there.
Right.
Me too.
I'm
I think
trying
I
to hold-
killed
I'm-
J-Shot.
I'm trying to hold it together. I'm trying so hard.
Don't make me make you give me uppies, Hank. I mean, he's done it already to Magneto, so it's like,
Yeah. I want to do it.
I want the furry to do it.
Thanks, Kev.
That's all it took.
That's all it took is a dig at
all it
Boba
took.
Fett.
Yeah,
One
well,
dig at
we-
Boba
I
Fett,
think-
we're
I
back.
think we all know Boba
Yeah.
Fett sucks here. The best Mandalorian ever is the Mandalorian.
I think we all know.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Mandalore from the Knights of the Old Republic game was cool too.
Yeah.
We're not.
Look at him. He's just so confident in
Look
him
at him.
holding him. He's just like,
so comfortable.
yeah.
Every
he's
time I
all-
see that now, I'm just gonna think of this. Puppies.
Oh my god.
You forced my hand last time, you blue mongrel. Ah!
Seriously, Wisman met Ross Marquand today, so maybe he's got a connection now. We can get him to actually voice.
That'd
nice.
be amazing.
That would be incredible.
I
That would
love
be
Rick
absolutely
Tom.
incredible.
Rick Tom, this just feels right.
Yeah, go back to it. Because that's the exact face he has. Like,
Oh my
go back,
god.
bud. There you go. Yeah, look at like
Look
how
at
like
the
just
arms
like
folded in nicely in front of him
Yeah.
and everything too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Legs
Jenny.
are almost crossed. The ankles are almost crossed.
yeah,
Yeah.
like he's like just like yeah, no, I make this one hold me. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the ankles are almost crossed because Charles can't cross them. So, yeah.
It's all
and
involuntary.
Magneto's just completely forgot about everything that happened before. He's
Everything.
like, well, all right, we're here now.
Be cool.
Yeah.
I'm
How did I
still
get these
bleeding.
mortal wounds?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still bleeding.
I'm still
but-
bleeding.
What's with the Wolverine shaped gashes I
Right.
have?
Which by the way, we see these two groups,
I'll be right
right?
back.
And you go ahead. You see Forge. Where is Wolverine at this point?
I feel like they want to save the reveal, but there's still a way to show Morph because I assume Morph Storm isn't shown anywhere either.
Yeah.
So maybe Storm and Morph are with him. They could have shown him from behind or something.
Yeah.
Some
I
kind of
saw-
tease of what him hunched over and sort of a more like feral sort of something like
Yeah.
that would have been cool.
I
Yeah.
saw a thought. I think so. I can't remember where I saw it, but somebody said like, imagine it was like Wolverine and Storm, because didn't they reference like some old episodes of the animated series where like Storm and
Mhm.
So One Man's
The
Worth,
alternate
which is
future.
Yeah, that's
basically
right,
them
One
doing
Man's
like the Age of Apocalypse story from the
Mhm.
original show,
All
and
right.
they were a romantic.
I love this. Ladies, find you a man that holds you the way Beast holds Xavier.
This is true. Yeah.
Magneto bounced back really well from being 100%.
100%, yeah.
Places.
Yeah. through his body, entirely
Through
through.
his
it.
body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I often think
There's
that
an
if my wife
entrance
was,
and an exit wound.
yeah, I think if my wife had a big furry, but big buff furry body like this, she would hold me like he holds the two of you.
she would carry you everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Jamie want uppies.
Oh my god.
We're never getting invited back. You know that.
Yeah.
This is the last
No,
time this group
this
is
is the
ever
whole
gonna
show.
be together.
This is
Yeah.
the whole
This
show.
is it.
Yeah.
The whole show now is just gonna
Yeah.
be Cheney. Like we're just gonna have pictures of Cheney of Professor X being held by other people and Cheney doing the voice. That's it.
Please do. Please make
it.
those.
Whole episode.
Somebody please Photoshop me being held by Beast. I would love that. Win or lose, you're the master of all things when it comes to insane stories. I know you have the talent.
We
Make
do
it
have
happen.
footage of Kevin wearing a bald cap.
That's
saying.
right.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
It'd be even better to have like Kevin being held by Mario.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ernie
Mario,
as Beast.
pick me up now.
Ernie as Beast holding Professor Cheney.
Oh.
San Diego Comic Con's coming up, right? You guys
Oh my
could
God.
make that happen.
Yes.
But the
Oh,
face
yes,
has to
we
be
could-
shaved on Beast. The
We
face
can make
has
a
to be
lot
fully
of this
shaved.
happen. We can make a lot of this happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So
Poor Machi.
Good for you, Machi. You and Brandon are really holding this episode down.
Yeah,
man.
you
Really
guys are.
trying.
Yeah.
Really trying.
We're holding it back. I don't know.
Really trying. Good job, guys.
I have a hammer and I'm running in front of the train and just knocking the rails out of the way.
Oh my god.
all right. So this is this is Celestial ship, right?
Looks like cheese. Oh, what?
It looks like
Yeah,
cheese.
I actually didn't even know what that
Looks
was.
like cheese. I didn't know what it was. I had no clue what it was.
Me
I was
either.
gonna watch this episode to find out what
It
this
looked
was.
like some kind of dome to me.
I
Yeah.
was thinking maybe an alternate universe Egypt or something like, instead of the pyramids, they have this giant fucking dome thing that Apocalypse built or
Pyramids
something.
would have been way cooler.
well, the
Comics
pyramids
explain.
are actually in the future one where they
Does
land,
it-
right?
But he shows up in a ship, doesn't he?
That's what I'm
Yes.
wondering if this is
Yeah.
the
If
tech
this
that
is
he
Apocalypse's
uses.
ship, yeah, that's a
yeah.
good call.
Comics Explained said something about that dome looking like some kind of like a dome that Kang held in the Ant-Man and Wasp movie, the last Ant-Man and Wasp
Interesting.
movie.
So
Ah,
that's
It's
the
another
reason
Kang
why.
knock.
Another Kang reference, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So the
Kang
reason-
did. He has had a lot of run-ins with the
Yep.
X-Men in the past.
Yep.
So that's why my mind immediately went to Kang.
Yeah, it never even crossed my mind, but that's a possibility.
hmm
That's why, like, I was thinking it might have been Kang because at this time, what was his name? Ramen Tut. What was Kang's version?
In Sabinor.
No.
Oh no.
variant.
Yeah, Kang.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
the
Kang
variant?
variant. Yeah.
I didn't even watch Quantumania. I couldn't tell you.
Me either.
It was bad.
I think it was
It
Ramen.
sounded
Ramen.
bad. It looked bad.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not tied to Quantum Mania, but like, there was also a Kang variant in the old series too.
In the old X-Men?
X-Men show,
Yeah. There's Kang in there.
but
don't
what was his
remember
name? Now it's like I can't remember it because now all I'm thinking about is Beast holding. Chuck.
I'll never be able to look at Beast again the same way.
Guys are
I'm gonna change my display up here. That's what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
You guys.
You know what? I think I'm gonna dedicate a whole thumbnail next week to
Yes.
just Beast holding his safety.
You can have Shaman in the background, like trying to sneak away. Like,
Yeah. Shaman's $45 on eBay, by the way. I looked it up.
People just be all, "What the hell is?"
Did
this
you say
thing?"
$45? What is it with Alpha Flight being $45?
I don't know.
That's
It's
the
weird.
part. That's the piece.
There's a
It's-
weird
it's
connection
big.
going on here.
Yeah.
What's $45 translate to in Canadian? That's the question.
it's probably
Is it
like
some?
$60 or close to $60.
There you go. Then that's
You
it.
can probably buy that set on
Yeah.
Amazon still for $45.
For $60.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mortis was in the old series,
Oh, okay.
I did not remember that.
and that is a Kang variant.
Was that an
Cool.
Apocalypse episode then?
That was when Bishop was with that crazy guy in the time stream or whatever.
Oh,
Trevor
Fitzroy.
Fitzroy?
Yeah, Trevor Fitzroy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that turned out to be Immortus. But Rama Tut, it should be in power at this time when
Right. That's correct.
right?
Interesting.
And I think he's looking for he's trying to
He's trying to
Find
kill
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Yeah.
or kill Apocalypse.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not. I'm definitely not a Kang scholar by any means. So none of this crossed my mind as a possibility.
Well, then what the hell are you doing here if you're not a Kang scholar? I thought we brought you
He's
on
here
because
for
you're a
the
Kang scholar.
Didn't you know that Kang was going to
Yeah.
have a major pivotal role?
Yeah.
In the finale?
I thought that's literally why we brought you on. We were like, Shady's like, let me bring on my friend, the Kang scholar.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
yeah,
Won't shut
perfect.
up about Onslaught.
And I love this right
by the
here
way.
because all I could think about was what we were talking about last week. And it's like,
Yeah.
who are these bad guys that just like creep around in the darkness and like, all right, he's dead. Let me go snag up his body. And my question was answered.
Your
Right
question
here.
was here he is.
So this makes sense because I mean, Apocalypse is somebody that would be really pissed off about that many mutants being murdered.
Yes.
Right.
The superior species,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So he's going to build him better. He has
which is the perfect non sort of cop out way of bringing Gambit back.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about the only way I could come up with that wouldn't have been like that kind of ruins it.
Yeah.
I
Makes
would've
I'm
perfect
just
preferred
happy
the
it didn't
cop-
happen this season. Like, I'm happy they're
Yeah.
going to let
Yes.
that breathe
Yes.
in it. Kind of lets you carry the weight of his death a little bit better,
Yep.
right? Like,
And then
That's
it's going to
another-
be a big deal when Rogue sees him again and he's fighting her, and yeah, it's going to be good.
That's another thing I wanted
That's
to
gonna
touch
be cool.
base on is like, is it better to have this weekly show where we could talk about it and digest it,
100%.
or if it was like just dropped all at once and we binge it and then we're just like, okay, that was great.
No,
I
love
go
the
with
weekly.
the
I like
weekly
the
is
weekly.
awesome.
Yeah.
I
it
love
keeps
the
people
weekly because
talking.
It
Yeah.
keeps people
Yes.
talking.
Yeah.
I find that with the weekly show, you go back, you watch it again, you
Yep.
pick out little detailed stuff.
You get
Yeah,
more
I
watch
love-
time in
You get
multiple
more-
ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
Well,
notice
the thing
how
is-
much Xavier wants Beast to hold him. Yeah.
Looking unhinged.
Dude, if the next time that like Beast Beast holds Xavier in a show, I'm gonna have to pause the show. Like
I need
every
a moment.
every episode is gonna take me over 45 minutes to watch.
I
It's
hope
gonna be
next
15
season he's
minutes
in a
of me
little
just
backpack.
laughing.
Imagine he was in a little backpack on him like Yoda.
Oh my god! Like Yoda?
Beast has got a backpack and Xavier's riding.
Is he
in the back.
dangling? Is he just dangling?
He's got it.
He's got it already.
The ankles
Look
are
how fast
pretty
he did
good.
that.
Yeah.
Look how fast he did that. That's when you were like, I'm gonna be right back. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he must have to go do something important, like use the bathroom. Nah, he had to go pick up his.
Look
his
how
action
happy
figure.
Beast is about it.
Look how Beast is like, I'm
He's
serving a
pumped.
purpose.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
helping.
pumped.
Yeah.
Uppies.
Uppies,
indeed.
Yeah.
Wait, I have to make him looking at the camera.
Like,
Yeah.
rockabye, baby. Yeah. And down comes Professor Cradle
Yeah.
and all.
Just so, what? You don't have a giant blue beast carry you around?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Well, I don't know how to end this one, but there's
Matthew, I had one other screenshot
Oh, yeah.
I sent you on Instagram.
Oh,
It's something I haven't seen anybody talk about at all, and it leads into
Oh.
another onslaught discussion.
yeah.
So
Boy,
in that,
Brandon won't let
while
this
he's pulling
onslaught
it up,
thing go.
I know I
Sorry.
can't let it go. In that and the mid-credit scene that we were just talking about, there's a flag. The first thing you see is a flag at that site with a
Yes.
weird symbol on it.
that was a Genosian flag
Is it the Genosian flag?
because it was
No.
in previous episodes.
It also looks like his
Yes,
claws.
it does.
Onslaught's claws.
Oh.
So maybe it's been
So-
set up from the beginning.
Maybe
Which,
it's and
yeah.
so the fact that the radio said the debut date for Onslaught gives me hope too,
Yeah.
because Onslaught's whole thing, if you don't know, like it's the dark part of Xavier merging with the dark part of Magneto,
Yep.
and we saw the dark part of Magneto, we saw the inside of his brain, we saw the waves, we even saw some, like when Xavier finds out about Gambit dying. And they were dancing, they were making love. He was freaking out.
They were
That to me was like you're seeing the dark side of him come out there too. And I really thought that's where we're going. And I think we still are, but it felt like that would have been a much better way to end this season than what they did to me.
I think we saw the dark side of Xavier when he forced Beast to carry him around.
Oh my god!
I do think.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
it does. You're right.
It
You're right.
definitely does look like it. for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, you're right.
Purple flag, even like it just
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah.
there's a lot of
The setup.
Purple and red.
yeah. And that's the first issue he appeared in, so
Kevin,
it
they
seems
said
like that's intentional.
Yeah.
they'd already said that Franklin Richards was off.
Off,
They
yep.
couldn't. Yeah, off the.
So they
planet.
just made
couldn't-
him not a mutant in the comics too, which is weird. They like to do that shit now. So
Xavier's pro mutant labor.
Yes, yes. Yeah, no. After the whole crumble and like flop of House of X and Powers of X, I haven't been able to go back.
yeah,
It started off so
it's pretty
great.
bad right now. It did
Yeah.
start off so great, and it to me at least it was a slow decline. Like it was still good for a while. The first year and a half, even after House of X and Powers of X was still pretty good. Powers of 10 was still pretty good, but then it just got really bad.
Yeah, I think it was like right before the Hellfire Gala. I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore.
It also drove me crazy that they were doing a Hellfire Gala every calendar year, like real time year.
Yeah.
When like in continuity, that's like 2 months or something. Like it's crazy. That
Yeah.
was
They love to dress up.
ridiculous. They love to dress up. And that's all it was. Like that this is their
Really
version
is.
today of the gold covers and the all the
The
variants
swimsuit covers.
back in the day. They just put out so many variant covers with the stupid Hellfire looks.
Yep.
Just I don't know.
So where do we think season 2 is going, guys?
Well, I was thinking, like, I was just kind of like recapping in my head. They've set up so much, right? Like the Shi'ar Empire, they just kind of like left out there, right? Like they could come back to Earth. I think they're,
You would
we've
think
got-
that's not a tied up storyline, yeah.
yeah,
Like
that's not a
that,
tied up storyline.
Xavier left Lilandra and just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got
Definitely.
that light. Yeah. So there's coming. You're right. So
cool.
there's coming in. So yeah, I mean,
I gotta see if
obviously
that's from the
Onslaught-
comics too.
Yeah.
If that's
So-
the Genosian flag in the comics. I don't know if it is or not.
Onslaught's a possibility. Obviously, we got Apocalypse. I bet you we'll get all 3 of those things in the first 4 episodes if they keep the pace.
Probably two.
Yeah, probably first 2 episodes. So
Yeah, they'll wrap it all up and go to other stuff.
Yeah.
Sure,
So it
Spike
is the
here.
flag in the
Go
comics,
back,
too.
Watch the first 3 hours of this. Yeah.
You missed a lot.
Yeah, you missed all the gold moments.
I definitely go this route, but they could follow the Apocalypse thread into Uncanny X-Force territory.
What would be cool is if they really like bolstered up X-Force and X-Factor and kind of let them take the lead for a little while.
That
That
would
could
be
be interesting. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone was
do it
waiting
3
for
episodes.
yeah, and everyone was waiting for heel turn Cyclops, right? Like everybody was waiting for that to happen. So I'm assuming that's gotta happen. Maybe season 3. I don't know.
Yeah, that's got to.
And he was kind of a dick to Xavier too when Xavier returned. You know,
He's kind of
justifiably.
a dick to
I
everybody.
think, but
yeah.
yeah. Hey, all right, chill.
Oh, that I gotta chill with. That's crossing the line.
Listen,
I think
change
I
is your
went
big
through it.
issue. Change is your
think
big issue.
Yeah. All right. All right.
You would think he'd be upset about making Hank carry Xavier around everywhere, but
Yeah.
Alpha Flight solo episode.
Alpha Flight Solo. Oh man, I can only hope. We can only hope.
Coming back for
Hunt
one
for
more next
Shaman.
week.
The hunt for Shaman. The whole episode is a hunting for Shaman.
Yeah.
Longshore Spikes is so much to unpack, and I think this is why
Yep.
no streaming should deliver an entire season. Yeah, I agree.
Not
Yeah,
for a
we
show
won't
like
take it to
this
watch it,
anyway.
it's basically-
Not like
Yeah.
WandaVision would have been horrible if it was.
Oh,
all at
it's
once.
true. Yeah,
It
because
just
how
would
many
have
times
been-
we would have said Mephisto? Only no times we would have
Well,
said Mephisto.
It was
so-
crazy because I was talking to Kevin and we were trying to like pinpoint certain moments in the show, and because the pacing is so fast and so much happened, like we couldn't remember what episode that certain things happened because it's like everything kind of was just jumbled up in your head. Like, can you imagine sitting through this in one sitting?
It would have been crazy. Yeah.
Like
Moving nuts.
everything's just like boom, 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 and like by the time you got done, you just put all.
Yeah. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
It just,
But yeah, this way you watch it multiple times. At least a lot of people do. The only thing they whiffed on was not doing it Saturday mornings.
Yeah,
I understand their usual release schedule is Wednesday. It just seems so obvious to just drop it, midnight on Saturday.
I say this all the time, and it seems like a lot of people, like toy companies and whatnot, they're starting to kind of get the idea, but it's like, you sold us all this crap when we were kids.
Exactly.
Just do the same thing again.
yeah.
Like, literally,
Then
just do the
Stop
same
changing the
thing.
formula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to change anything.
Yeah.
Just do it the same way, add articulation, and we're great. Like
Yeah.
this would have
Yeah.
been like Saturday morning. Yeah, okay, I'm there.
Yeah.
They've had us
Not for-
figured out for 30 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not for nothing.
You know.
Mutant Mayhem did that, right? They released a cereal. They released action figures.
Yes. Yep.
I went out. I bought that stupid cereal. That cereal sucked. I ate it every day. It sucked. I ate it
I
every
bought my
freaking
kids'
day.
shoes, Ninja
Yeah.
Turtle shoes. Yep.
I bought shoes up the wing gang.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Book bag.
How about a round of hands? Who would have bought X-Men 97 cereal?
100%.
I still will. I still will.
100%.
Still
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
I would have saw
Hopefully
the
they-
stupid
they-
box in the store and been all, yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Storm, lightning bolt, marshmallows.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just, Shady, you would have
Magneto
just did
helmet,
what?
marshmallow.
Shady, I would have done like one of these. Yep.
Where they look exactly like what they're supposed to be on the box, but in real life, it's just a fucking shape, just a
Yeah,
blob.
yeah. It's just
Yeah.
a
There can
blob
be,
shape.
there
No,
can be a
it would've
beast
been-
carrying Professor Xavier.
Yeah.
I also ate that bad cereal. See, Josh Brown, right? They had Magneto.
Come on, did they
At
really?
the premiere?
That's dope.
That's why did they release them?
Yeah.
Makes
Oh.
no sense.
Fucking
Makes
just
no
make the
sense.
Cheerios and slap a sticker on it. I don't care.
Yeah.
We would have ate them.
It still drives me crazy because they didn't do X-Men merchandise
Beast
for
Hol-
10
Beast holding
years
Xavier
because of the movie
Marshmallow?
rights.
Right.
So now was your chance to do this. Like my kid's birthday is July
Catch
1st.
up.
He loves X-Men. Why can't I buy party supplies? I can't buy fucking plates and
Nope.
cups with X-Men on them. It's
Can't find
crazy.
them. Yeah.
You still can't. I don't understand why this wasn't an impetus for that. That's crazy.
I think with the good reception to this though,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
this is gonna ultimately turn into a bad thing later on. But
Maybe.
at least where we're at right now, it's like they got an idea and inkling, like, oh, people really like the X-Men.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like they're
Yeah,
surprised by that. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
it's
they
like,
like the
No,
X-Men?
we've been pining for it for years now. Like, it's like you all like when you as soon as they signed the deal with Fox, it was just like, what should have happened is immediate X-Men
Kevin.
rollout. Like
Yeah.
we've
Yep.
got all the rights to it. Immediate X-Men rollout, just
Yep.
boom, flooded.
It really does tell me there's no way they thought this show was going to be as good as it was.
Well, here's the
Absolutely.
thing.
Yeah.
I
no
was
chance.
I was
Yeah.
watching another stream and they were talking about like numbers. Like Echo still has more I guess more watch time hours.
So you know the other reason for that is because they
Echo's
fucking
an
binged
hour-long
that
show.
shit. They put it out all.
It's true. Yeah.
Was it Echo? It was an Echo though, an hour-long show though too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
think
that's double the
all
time.
the-
I didn't even
shows-
finish it.
Yeah,
I finished.
I liked
it.
Echo.
It's
I thought
not
Echo was a
good.
good show, but it wasn't. Yeah. So Kevin, I got a question. If Alpha Flight was to release a cereal, what cereal would it be? Like, what would the flavor cereal be? Like, would it
Snow
be like
or
would it be like maple syrup flakes? Like, what would it be?
Yep.
It would be Puck Smacks.
Puck Smacks.
Flockios.
Yeah.
Bang. Shady, why are you a better Canadian? Why are you?
I have no idea. It's just because I
Just
loved
comes natural.
Wolverine for so long.
Instead of
Good
releasing the
Canadian.
Schneider cut,
Seriously.
release the Magnetos.
Seriously.
Magnetos.
Yeah.
it really is
Yeah, the
baffling. So
Magnetos.
they must not have had,
All
because
you X-Men in one
realistically
carrying case.
they could have mailed this show in and not tried that hard and still been
Oh.
pretty successful.
Uh-huh.
Cody
And I
said-
think that might have been what Marvel expected, but they
Yeah.
put good
Mhm.
people in good positions, and those guys actually gave a shit.
Yeah.
Cody, the master of playing the devil's advocate, says, and I love you, Cody, you know that. Binging is way better. Fallout was amazing to binge, artificially spacing out. Okay.
I always go against Cody, but I still respect
What's-
Cody.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Yeah.
he's the king of playing devil's advocate, and I love
How
him
was the
for it.
pacing in Fallout though? Was it as gnarly as this?
I don't know.
No,
I
wouldn't
haven't
say
watched
it's
Fallout.
So I haven't finished that, but I will say it wasn't like there may have been cliffhangers at the end of episodes, but it wasn't like what's going to happen next. Like I don't know, it was just kind of like segmented out. This I felt like there was a lot of questions at the end of every episode. I think every
Also-
show is a little bit different with that.
Yeah.
This is also a different scenario because we already know what's going.
Yes.
We know the characters. We've grown up
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
There's
Right?
so
They're
much of
already
the-
established.
Exactly. All
I
the
totally-
boring shit was out of the way. Everybody
Yeah.
knows who these people are. Totally.
Yeah,
true.
I totally read this as though, like, wait a minute, you guys are getting paid? Wait a minute, you guys are feral for good X-Men content?
Yeah, seriously. That
I'm
you
a
haven't
Toys R Us
had for
kid,
25 fucking years.
I'm a Toys R Us kid wasn't a catchphrase. It's a way of life. It's not a phase, Mom. Like, that's all I
Yeah.
hear.
I will ask you guys this though. Have you guys seen any like
No, I think
marketing outside
Okay.
for X-Men 97? Like
Good night,
on
Kevin.
billboards
Good
or
night, Kev.
see
I
Kev.
think all I've seen really is like
I feel it.
t-shirts. That's like the
Yeah.
farthest I've seen is a whole bunch of different like really cool looking t-shirt designs.
Which is basically
And
just
that's about it.
marketing through people
Dude,
that are buying
they-
it.
So I'd be curious, the same show that you watched, Matt, that talked about, Echo having more watch time. I'd be curious to see marketing budget because I remember seeing
That's what I want to know.
Echo-
Yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing Echo on buses.
what they were saying.
Billboards.
And
It
there were
was all over the
trailers.
place.
There was
Yeah.
trailers like 6 months before that came out too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you had Echo was piloted on a different show. Like
Hawkeye, yeah.
Yep.
yeah. So
Well, the thing is, too,
And
is
they
I
also reeled you in with Daredevil.
right. Yeah.
I think-
Fisk.
I think the other thing too is the fact that like they looked at this like this is a cartoon, like it's whatever.
We don't have to take it that seriously.
Yeah, we're not going to take it serious, and I think to their detriment, like it they're like, oh
Yeah,
wait,
that's-
people really
that's
like
what I was saying,
that.
Yeah.
They learned nothing
Don't
from
wanna watch
Spider
cartoons.
Verse.
Yeah.
At least at that promotional level.
I mean, look at
Obviously,
even
the
like
creative people did, but
look at Hasbro. They're like, we put out 2 waves. We didn't really plan for anything more because we had no idea this was going to be so liked. But
Yeah.
So crazy.
you were probably going to get 3 or 4 waves of X-Men
How-
97 next year.
But like
But
how
it's
do
not
you
even
know?
just X-Men 97 with them. It's like
It's X-Men, period.
all their
Yeah.
all the figures that were cameos. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I have
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Yeah,
I
right.
need that. Oh, I'm gonna buy that on Amazon.
I think it was Power of X-Men on Instagram was talking about how they could do 2 waves of figures that are just repaints of things they already have that fit.
Oh, yeah.
this.
We buy them. Yeah.
And we buy them. Exactly.
Yeah.
You could artificially make 3 or 4 or 2 or 3 waves that people would buy
Yeah,
without
just throw a
anything
couple new
new essentially.
accessories
Maybe
or-
head sculpts,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yep,
You
yep.
know,
Make
you could
every one of
basket
those
Iron Man again. You could
Yeah.
do
Yeah, throw throw a morph head in every one of those cameo figures,
or even just a build a
right?
figure piece. Yeah,
Yeah,
anything like that. Totally.
Give us a 2-pack of Beast and Xavier.
And Xavier. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that going to be our, is
Bastion
that going
with
to
a
be
new
our new
head.
Bank Colossus when we talk to Ryan? Be like, now Ryan, here's our 2-pack.
No, just hear me out here. I
Hear us
know.
out. Hear us out.
When you see Beast and
And we've already got the
doesn't have a
packaging.
chair,
The packaging looks like this. It's
Yeah.
like-
yeah. Like when you see
A
Beast and Xavier doesn't have a chair, what's happening? Well,
Yeah.
Beast is holding him. Exactly.
It has to come with alternate uppy hands.
Yeah,
yes.
uppy hands.
Uppy hands. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how you got to have one hand like this and one hand like this.
Chuck.
No, that
wants
should be
uppy.
like, can we bring back action like in action figures where it's like you squeeze the button
Press the
and it goes
button
like
in the back.
this and it
I
just
don't want that.
rotates up.
I don't want that.
Uppies.
I hate gimmicks in the toys.
Just for this, we want a gimmick.
Yeah,
And we'll tell
yeah.
him Cheney will record the voice too. Like it's
Yeah,
uppies. Yeah. Look at that. Xavier 1 Uppies 2-pack.
Yeah. Mind blown.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
The background is the Sahara or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Desert. Yep. All right. As we're quickly approaching the 3-hour mark on the season finale of Previously on X-Men, and I can't
I'm
wait.
sure we could easily go another hour. I mean,
I mean, it is 1 o'clock here on the East Coast. So,
Oh my God, it is.
yeah. You know,
Jesus.
for those of us on the East Coast, we got to go to bed. But final thoughts season. You know what? Let's do this. 1 to 10. Rank the season 1 to 10. I'll start Customs by Machu. Go.
I would say it was probably like a 7.5 out of 10 for me. I really liked it. I liked it a lot. I think the pacing hurt it. And yeah, but I mean everything else I liked, I did like some of the cameos. I think the storylines were good. I liked the character development we got, and it's cool again to see like even like that Cyclops kind of like a little bit of that heel turn in there, because like in the 90s show, I always kind of saw Cyclops as like a schoolboy, like the good guy, always being the good one, right? And it's like it's cool to get like some like history from like the comics from like the 2000s where he kind of started being more like Magneto, and seeing it in like the 90s setting, which I really liked. So yeah, I'm excited. I mean, honestly, like I knew I would like it because it was X-Men, but yeah, I really liked it a lot. I thought it was really good.
Channy?
Probably like a 5.9 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I have a lot of gripes. The one good thing that I could take away from it is I wasn't gonna watch it initially, just because I was like, I know myself, I'm gonna pick it apart and I'm gonna hate it. Like I'm gonna absolutely hate it. And I'm glad that I watched it for sure. Especially for this right here, this has just been a blast. There's definitely some great scenes in there. Like I said before, my all-time favorite part was when Cable like got to see his mom. I really want them to kind of like figure out a way to expand on that a little bit more, because you're just kind of leaving gold on the table if you don't. There was a lot of good things in there, but I think overall maybe I have a little bit more complaints than not. But as I said before too, at the end of the day, I'm just happy to see X-Men get some shine again, man. Like that's really the key takeaway for me. It's like, thank God, like other people can see like these characters are cool. Like, and if you like even handle them like halfway decently, like everybody is going to be like, oh wow, that's cool. And it's like, yeah, no, this is what I grew up with. Like, it's they're awesome. Yeah. So even though it's a fairly low rating, like I still had a good time.
I honestly, man, I was gonna say I don't think 6 is low for you. Like I knew going into this, like remember what you were saying coming out of in the beginning of it. I don't think 6 is low. I think honestly, like 5.96 for you, like like you're the Russian judge of the Olympics. Like whoa, okay, like that's
they clawed back a few points from you.
Yeah. So yeah.
Would you say is there a better animated thing that Marvel has done to you?
I really liked Earth's Mightiest Avengers. Man.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Like,
Yeah.
that's probably one of the best pieces of animation they ever made, in my personal opinion. It was like, even though they were kind of like referencing kind of the movie stuff, they kind of did their own thing, and you could tell that they were able to like work on what they wanted to do, and they were like taking things from like comic book storylines and implementing them in a good way and very respectful with like the subject matter and everything. And it was just probably like a 9 or a 10 out of 10. Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
It felt like the last thing that was free of the MCU influence, like where they had kind of free reign. Maybe there was a couple things here and there. We want Nick Fury to be, you know, black, and we want, you know, stuff like that, but nothing that really affected the storytelling that's infected everything else to me. Like,
yes,
it really has. Like, I almost resent the MCU now. For as much good as they gave us, they really set us back in some other things, including the comics.
That's where it kind of like bugged me seeing the Dora Milaje, because it's like, no. Like, we're like, this is like fun because you're not referencing the MCU. Don't bring that in here. Like,
don't make them look like the MCU.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
Yeah, they could have had them dressed up in any other way, and I'd be like, all right, cool. But it was like, no, don't bring that influence in here. Just, you know, keep that out and just do your own thing. Like, other thing that I wanted to mention too is like, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more if it wasn't X-Men 97. If it was just
an X-Men,
yeah, and if they had like maybe altered the costumes just a little bit or whatever and told the same story, it probably would have been a 7 or 8 for me.
I get that. Yeah.
Just because it's not tied to the original cartoon.
That's the hard part, right? Like having the attachment to because like for me, it's like the old cartoon is like literally where my love for X-Men like really blossomed, right? So it's like, even if I thought this was better than that, which I don't, but even if I did, it would be impossible to take the place of the animated X-Men series from the 90s in my head, because like it means so much to me. It means more than what it is.
Yeah.
All right. First time on the show and last time on the show, Brandon, what's your rating?
You know what? I believe it too.
No,
I would say
we're not like that. Don't worry.
I'm just under a 9. I would say.
Okay.
I have a hard time. It's going to take me a little while to be able to rank, because Earth's Mightiest Heroes, I'm a gigantic fan of that too. That was easily the best before this. But then I'm thinking Spider-Verse, if you're including that, those 3 are all very, very close to me, and I fucking love Spider-Verse. I think it's so well done. It's respectful of the comics. It's respectful of everybody's history and everything. The animation's incredible. It was trailblazing. Everything's copying that now. So I generally, it blew away my expectations for what it would actually legitimately be. I would have been happy, like legitimately happy, with something that just kind of carried on the way it was and was maybe just kind of mailed in a little bit, but just because it was just the nostalgia part of it. That couldn't be further from what they actually did. They took chances. They upped the storytelling. They made it more adult. I'm really blown away by what they did. So I almost feel bad not giving it a 9, given how much I enjoyed it. But there are things here and there that are just like, I wish they hadn't done that. Yeah. There's so many good dialogue parts in the show. There's so many quotable lines. We haven't had something that's quotable in a long time, I feel like.
No, we haven't.
And the voice actors from the original show too, because this to me felt like it was enhanced by the 92 series, not held back by it.
Yeah,
which I would not have expected to be the case. So,
and I don't think they could have pulled off Rogue without the original voice.
No
actors.
chance.
No.
There's no way.
Maybe even more than Wolverine, because we got Michael Wiseman could have done Wolverine.
Yes,
Rogue was probably Rogue and honestly Beast for me. I've always been a huge Beast guy too. Those two having those two back. That was those are just, they hit me right in the childhood. Those are 2 of my 3 favorite characters from the original. The guy that fucking played Cyclops is incredible.
Yeah,
right.
You could have told me that was the same dude, and I would have believed you.
I would have believed you.
Wow, he still sounds really young, but he did an unbelievable job. So
East Coast Macho.
I was really thinking about it. I think I'm gonna have to give it a 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know that I recently like rewatched the old cartoon, because like when I got a new TV, you were like, you bought a new 4K TV to watch a 30-year-old cartoon.
They haven't remastered at all.
They haven't remastered.
And
a lot of it's in 4:3.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of it's in 4:3, and I still didn't even sit through season 5 because I couldn't take the
It's
animation.
tough.
Nope.
It's bad.
That's like a given. Like it's just kind of like just kind of
I
toss
kind
that
of
one
just
aside.
like tossed that one aside. But like, even as I was watching it, I was just like, man, I really love this show, but this
It's a good show.
dialogue is rough.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
things that they did back then, like the fight scenes, even like the fight scenes with Wolverine, they couldn't even pull it off because it's like you can't have him use his claws.
Yep.
Right. He was
You always had
constantly putting
to-
his claws back in.
You have to either have him wrestle, toss Sabretooth into like
Or fight
whatever,
robots.
or fight
Yeah.
robots.
Yeah, that's the only way to get to see him get down was fighting
Yep.
Sentinels or other robots.
Destroying an object. Yeah. Shit
Yep.
like that.
They gave
Cutting
us
firewood the wrong way.
Yep.
That always bugged me. Like ever since I was a kid, he would like chop like this, and I'm like, it doesn't work that way. Like his claws, like it would just hit the top. Like
yeah.
this, I can buy. I'll buy that all day. But this doesn't work. Like and he just cut right through them all. This is even as a kid, I was all, this is bull crap. Like
Here's the thing though, it's like back then they were just trying to get the show on the air, right?
Yeah.
mhm.
Like even the voice actors themselves, they didn't even know who the hell these characters were.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this show, it's made by people who are huge fans of the show,
Yeah.
right?
And gave a shit.
And another thing that I noticed, and I keep talking to Jay Shot about this, is like the sound design is amazing. It's like not even like a lot of people don't even bring it up, but it's like when you first when they first bring in Storm when,
I love
when
the
they're in the
echoes
desert.
on her. I love when they bring
Yeah.
in the echo on her voice. It's killer every time. It-
And then
it
her
hits
music
every
hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got her own theme.
Yep.
Like they all have their own theme, and it's like noticeable. You're like, oh, shit's about to go down.
Yeah. She had some badass moments too, especially the first couple
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
And I like that they established her like as an Omega level threat, and then
Yep.
season 2, episode 2, like was it episode 2? Yeah, they
Yeah.
they got her off the board. If they didn't establish her on the first episode, it wouldn't have been as big.
Mhm.
And then of course, I'm super happy that Cyclops got it. You know,
Oh,
Got
he
his
got some
comeuppance.
shine, man.
Yeah.
He got some
Cyclops.
shine.
From the first episode, even
From the first
like when
episode,
when
yeah.
he's saving Sunspot.
Yep.
but he went through some shit this whole season. Like every episode, there was something going on. Like, he had a kid, and then he had to give up the kid, and then his kid came back, but he was older than him. You know,
Well, he walked
Kind of
away.
a
He
dick.
walked away from the kid. He did walk
Yeah.
away from the kid. So don't forget that. Yeah.
Set it off with Bishop. We know how that went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bishop's like, "Whoa!"
Bishop's back. He's like, "Oh, they're not here." All right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
He's like,
all,
he's like,
hey,
guys, I got some bed. Never mind. What's going on?
George, what's up, man? Oh, you don't know
Oh,
me
shit.
even
Oh
better.
my
What's up?
God.
Rogue's been through some shit too.
Yeah.
What's up?
You know, everybody went through something this season.
Oh, good. Cyclops and Jean aren't here. Cool. Hey, Forge,
Cool.
how's it going?
Yeah, you didn't hear anything about a baby, right? You got nothing about a baby? Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I mean, look, I for me, like, it got a 6 right off the bat for nostalgia, right? Like, they're right, like that's immediately earned the 6. I want to wrestle with it and give it like an 8.5. I feel like that's where I want to sit with it. I loved, and we talked about this a lot. I love that they didn't have to do backstories. Here is
Yep.
it is picking up from another
Yep.
show. You know who these characters are. We don't have to waste any time explaining anything to you. That is something that I'm so over right now. Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm totally over that. Y'all got your time to talk. What, Machu? What?
Here, I wanted to bring this up before too, but like if you notice, like a lot of the good shows, there's actually no origin story.
Yeah.
All the good
Yeah,
cartoons,
Well, if the story's good enough, you don't need it.
Yep.
yeah,
Or you tell it in a different way later.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, you weave it into the current story.
Right.
Yeah.
Show, don't
like
tell
Batman the
almost.
animated series, dude. Like
Yeah.
you just went
Yes.
right in.
yeah,
Right
you
in.
go right
Batman.
in.
And
Spider-Man
then they
also.
address it
here and
till-
there.
Yeah, they didn't address it till way later.
Josh, it's a 10 now because of the Uppies. Yeah.
Yeah. yeah.
We are officially Rogue One. We made A New Hope better.
It's true.
That's how that works.
Rogue One is
You're-
fucking great.
You're
the best
welcome.
Star Wars
Rogue,
movie
Rogue
since
One
the
might be my
originals.
I was gonna say Rogue One might be my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Okay, yeah. So it was already a 6 for me because of the nostalgia. I think I'm gonna go 8.5 because I love that they were doing with the characters. I loved Morph, and I know Cheney, you almost kicked me off of Toy Migos the first time I was on it because of that.
Mhm.
But like I loved what they did with him, and they brought him in, and they gave him more of a role, and that.
Well, they fundamentally changed the.
They changed him. They changed the character.
Yeah, totally.
But like I felt like,
but I think it was for the
right,
better.
Yeah,
yeah,
he needed it.
and it felt like it was the right thing to do. He's, they, whatever you want to call it, like they are a character that changes, is a changeling. So great, that's what they do, and it made perfect sense to change that character to be like that.
That's the best type of change like that you could possibly make.
Yeah,
It's the character
100%.
that makes sense. It just it works perfectly.
Yeah, the storylines were there for this. The dialogue, like you're right, it's probably one of the most quotable things that we got. But I also, and this is something I know that a lot of people don't like it, I love that they leaned into the cameos. The cameos, even if they were silly, even if they were throwaways, they were there, and it just
we didn't even talk about Mary Jane.
Yeah.
we talked about Mary Jane and Peter Parker. Like,
that was
I
a
love
20 year cliffhanger.
Yeah,
right
that
there,
was a
resolved.
big deal, man. Like they put a lot of people's minds to rest by just doing that alone.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And we didn't talk about the fact that they kind of they haven't confirmed anything, kind of hinted at a Spider-Man 98 show when they have another Spider-Man cartoon coming out that no one's going to give a shit about now.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yep.
That's true.
That's going to be the hard part about this too, though, right? Even how well received this was is like, I feel like it's going to be super hard for live action X-Men to compete with.
Oh yeah,
I don't even want it.
this.
I genuinely
I don't
even
want it at
now.
all. I
Yeah.
don't even.
This is what the X-Men are supposed to be.
Yeah.
You could do
no.
CGI if you want to, but they're supposed to be animated. It's the only way to do it right to me.
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to fumble it big time. Like,
Beast looked fucking great though in Marvels. I will say that
He did. I agree.
Beast looked great in Marvels. Yeah, he looks really good, and I love that they're still using Frazier. I think Frazier's kind of the perfect.
Absolutely.
yeah,
perfect.
no, it's
one of the best castings they ever had in the Fox universe.
It's
Probably
the same
best.
thing with Patrick Stewart. Like, I mean, there really is no other Xavier. Even
Magneto
though
was old as hell, but Ian McKellen was really good too.
He was really
to be
good.
fair, Fassbender, he did hold it down, man.
I think Fassbender, and what was the kid who played young Charles?
McAvoy.
I think McAvoy did a
did a
good job,
great
too.
job too.
Yeah.
That's because
Fassbender had a big job ahead of him too, though. But he had that fucking dark side of him, like that you could just kind of see flip. Oh god.
Well, the other thing too about that is like those are two top tier actors.
Yes,
and like to apply them to those roles, it was like kind of a no brainer. It's like these guys are going to kill it.
4 movies or however many they got going for. 4 or 5 movies. Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Well, that's it.
This is great.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I gotta mention Onslaught one more time. Just
Onslaught coming.
I thought this was going to be worth more because he was going to appear in the final episode or something.
Hold on to it. It's gonna.
He's going to hang out exactly.
Yeah,
it would have been killer if you just saw like Juggernaut just like completely obliterated in a
It's
crater
one of the
at the very end.
fucking introductions to a character you could have.
No explanation, whatever. Just at the very end, you just see him just obliterated and like like smoke coming off of his body at the end. And that
from Canada too. He was knocked from Canada to New York.
There you go.
I do know that.
Isn't that kind of like
it wasn't
how-
knocked by Alpha Flight?
No, wasn't Alpha.
Isn't that how Juggernaut was kind of introduced? Like they came back to the mansion like obliterated.
Yep.
No. It was like I'm talking about like Juggernaut
Juggernaut was
laying in the
obliterated.
ground obliterated.
No, but it would be a perfect full circle. Like that's how he was introduced.
Original,
That-
yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
That would be cool.
That was one of the coolest like debuts for a character though, just knocking this unstoppable force across the fucking country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I am sure that Onslaught will appear in episode 1 at 11
Episode
minutes. It's going to be episode 1. It'll be at 11 minutes, and then the Onslaught story will be over at 11 minutes and 45 seconds.
The Avengers will come in and punch him in the face.
All
and
done.
it'll be
Yep. Iron Man will show up. Bap, done. And that's
wrap it
it'll
up
be
and
that.
it's
So,
over.
Wrapped up, and then
Or
they'll be
they all
like,
get
I'm
sucked-
Madeline Pryor. Yeah.
Or they all
and,
get sucked into a portal and then they come out as their MCU counterparts.
Oh,
Right.
dear God, don't even say it. Because you had the Heroes Reborn shit in Onslaught too.
Yeah,
So.
that's
there
what
you
I'm
go.
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking about that episode of The Simpsons where Homer goes into the real world.
Oh,
God, yeah.
Woo, erotic cakes. Yep. So there it is. Who thought we were gonna have a Simpsons episode, a Simpsons reference on the end of this?
Not me.
That's it. That I got nothing else. So that's it.
Plugs?
This is previously on X-Men. Customs, what do you got? You gonna be on anything? You gonna be anywhere? What do you got?
Nah, man, I'd be chilling.
Nothing?
I'm just around. I'm
Chilling.
more quiet these days. I ain't got much to share these days, so
Just
hanging
counting
around.
down the days.
Just counting down the days till baby time, and then
That's
everything
it.
changes for real.
Forever.
Yep.
Forever. Yeah.
Yep, I'll have some uppies of my own here to be dealing with.
That's it. Oh, all right.
But yeah, Customs by Matthew on Instagram and YouTube. That's it.
There
And
you
I'm
go.
not doing anything, but you can still follow if you want.
Brandon, what do you got?
So I got 2 Instagram accounts, Posable Productions and Batman the Articulated Series. Batman the Articulated Series is all Batman animated series, inspired photography. It's going to be a busy rest of the year for me with Mondo too. So I do the product photos for the Batman animated 1/6 scale figures. I can't say too much about that, but there's a whole bunch coming, and I'm really fucking excited about that. Yeah, so save the money if you're into Batman the animated series.
That's the one I got into.
Have you gone on any shows that talk about Batman the animated series and trash their host too?
No, that's just you, man.
Just us. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I saved that for you.
I like to feel special. That's all.
You seem like you
can
can take it. So
I can. Yeah.
Jay Shot, you should start a Batman the animated series.
I am. And
have
Brandon's going to be
on
my
as your
first guest.
I'll be your co-host and just fucking wreck you every week.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. That's even better.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
Oh, I went to go hit the articulated series. I'm already following you. So
Well, there you go. That's you got good taste.
Unfollow. Oh, sorry. What?
I see Josh Brown is blowing my Instagram up right now too. So thank you, sir.
Nice.
I'm gonna check out your head sculpts too.
There you go, Josh Brown, the true hero of this podcast with the
Yes.
Promo code Alpha Flight, 21%
Yes.
off.
21%.
US only.
US only.
None
Sorry,
of you
Kevin.
Canadians.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys having me on though very much.
of course. No, dude, it was a blast. It was an absolute blast.
It was awesome.
All right, and the other Benedict Arnold. Cheney, what's up, man?
What's going on?
At least him, you knew that coming in though.
I did. Yeah, I knew it coming in. So
Yep. So you can follow me, Cheney 180 on Instagram. Check out the Toy Amigos Instagram, Toy Amigos Facebook group. Every Tuesday, Chat Amigos Assemble. Every Thursday, They're Not Dolls. And check out the Jada Street Fighter Facebook group.
nice.
So
Janie also posted an awesome Mondo X-Men figure figure photo the other day.
I
That's
did. It
really
was
good.
the thumbnail for this last
Really
week.
good.
Oh.
That was a bastard to shoot because I'm not used to 1/6 scale figures
Oh, it's totally different.
at all.
Really good. You did it.
Yeah, it's a completely different world. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, no, thank you, man. That means a lot. Like, you post like fire all the time, so thank you.
They're fucking hard to
Appreciate
work with. They really are.
Yeah, no,
But
they're
now you
it's,
killed it. The lighting was
it's a
amazing.
different world, man.
Oh wow, that is a good shot.
It is,
really
right?
good shot. Yeah.
You don't shoot a lot of 1/6 anyway, do you?
Well, that's an awesome shot.
It's just a totally different like mindset even.
I don't
Shady,
think
I don't get any of your shots. You know what I get? Just your posts of you selling stuff. I don't get any of that's the only post I get from you.
Well, those
I
are
always
the
get the
posts-
sale posts. I don't get any of the other posts.
Yeah, no, those are the ones that do the best. And then
Yeah.
like every great once in a while, I'll put like a shot up, and then it'll do really good. Like I'm like, that's weird, but yeah, no, like it's always the ones that like I work really hard on, and it's like 20,
You got
30
50
likes,
55 likes on that, and you probably spent fucking 4 hours on this awesome fucking photo. Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
The other one is
Right.
just
Smoke,
like
the
a toy on the
lighting.
floor, and you can see his feet in it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
for instance, like so I had the Lady Mandarin, right? And it was just like a kind of like whatever shot that I took. I'm like, oh, the lighting looks kind of cool. Let me just throw that up there real quick. One shot. All right, I'll put that on the back burner, and if I'm in a pinch and I need a thumbnail, I'll just throw that in there and call it a day. That day finally came, and then I threw it in there, and it was like over 250 likes or something. And I'm like,
Wow.
oh, and then I posted this one, and it's like 55.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It sucks.
Show Cheney some love here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's-
Machi,
Give
what do you
him-
got going on?
Give him some uppies.
Give him some
Uppies.
uppies.
Yeah. Cheney want
Yes,
uppies.
Oh, we should start doing that. Instead of saying likes, we should say, go give some uppies.
Yeah, instead of-
yeah.
some
Plugs,
uppies.
they're
Go give some uppies.
Yeah.
Machi,
Better be
Some
some
here.
merch coming from this.
I hope so.
Because
Gotta need
I need some uppy shirts in my life.
Yeah.
I think, Matt, we got to just open up a store like the Migos have.
Yeah.
A spring
you
store.
do.
We got to get
Yeah,
that
you
going
do.
already.
Yeah, shout out to Customs by Machu, by the way. He's already got the new Toy Migos logo shirt.
I love it.
I got
so good.
He's not wearing it though.
Oh, man.
I'm not wearing it. I thought this was more suitable for.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I
got
gotta
the shirt.
say,
I
these
got a
new-
shirt and a mug. They're just
oh,
not here.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I gotta say, everybody that's been getting there is saying, like, dude, I don't know what it is. I just look way buffer
Yeah.
in this new Toy Migos shirt, and it looks like I'm like trimming down, and so I wear it like every day. I gotta
The
wash it
girls
every
are
day.
all over me.
Yeah,
17% more buffer. That's
Yeah.
I got to buy
percentage.
5 of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
My wife looked at
And
me
wear
and
them all
she's like,
together.
my wife looked at me when I was wearing it, and she's like, "You look way less gross right now." Like, wow.
I can stand.
I'd
next to you
actually
right now.
consider having another baby with you.
yeah, you're like
That's
the thing that you do is thanks, Toy Migos.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what are you
Like a
what are you
Mentos
talk-
commercial?
What are you doing?
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
doing? I'm just like,
You do need a promo code though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can get that going.
Puppies.
Just an
Anyway,
exclusive
puppies.
one for people that watch this.
yeah. I'll make a promo
Uppies.
code.
Yeah,
it'll be
uppies. There you go.
Yeah,
It's
it's gonna be
perfect.
uppies. Yeah,
Uppies.
yeah.
Macho, you got anything going on?
Tomorrow gonna be at Chubsy's.
Chubsy!
Ooh,
Yes, Chubsy's 50th birthday. We'll be there for a little while. Signing
Mhm.
autographs because we're not
Nice.
signing autographs. No.
that's awesome.
I mean, I'll sign something. You put it in front of me. But yeah.
Sign this check, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can
the
try to
other
cash
thing.
it. You can try to cash it.
The other thing is San Diego Comic-Con. It's coming
Yeah,
up.
coming up
It's
quick.
not that far away, and it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild this year.
It's gonna be wild. A lot of people in the same house.
Yes.
A lot of
A
people.
Someday I'll make it out there.
A lot of people
Lot of
threw
uppies.
shade. A lot of people
Lot
threw
of
shade
uppies.
tonight in the same house.
Yeah. Oh, too good.
Yeah. But go ahead, Machu. We'll be at Chubsy's tomorrow.
Yep.
What else?
I think that's it.
All right. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. We got a show on Wednesday. We'll be at Chubsy's tomorrow. I have by the way, I got approved for a Super 7 affiliate link. So, if you're going to buy any Super 7 stuff, check out my link tree. No pressure. It doesn't cost you guys anything extra. I get a whole 7% back.
That ain't bad though.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna make a plug when I can. So go check that out. But
Gonna have to put that in the descriptions from now on.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see NECA giving me anything, but Super 7 coming through, So I'm just saying,
There you go.
step your game up, NECA. But yeah, outside of that, this was probably the best 3.5 hours of X-Men I've ever had. So
Oh,
Shout
dude,
out to
this
the
was
commenters
great.
too.
this was awesome.
Yes.
This was really good.
Good commenters.
The
Yeah,
chat
yeah,
is
no, the
on
chat was-
fire.
Love
Chat
the
was
chat.
doing great. Chat was
Chat was
wild.
wonderful.
Chat was wild.
Yeah.
Mr. Anti-Idiotic kept trying to get that comment in there, but we ain't paying you no mind, my friend. But anyway, this has been an awesome and appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. There's like 3 times he tried to get it in there. He tried to slip it in, but we appreciate you guys coming on. Cheney, Customs by Machu, Posable Productions. Thank you guys so much. And Machu Toy, thank you for putting this together. Otherwise, I don't know. X-Men disassemble, X-Men disperse. Oh, I know.
No more
Let's
mutants.
Let's treat this like Cyclops treats his kids and leave.
Aw.
Ah!